あ、ご主人様、お嬢様、おかえり。おかえり。I'm stressed. What? I was just stretching.
Yeah, no, I have it set to...
Maid is muted. Please wait warmly. She is muted. You can hear me. Maid
Oh, okay.
voice.
All right, perfect. Yeah, no, sorry. I haven't used this collab screen. I haven't used it since Hide and Shriek, which was also with you, actually. And so it was before I changed my microphone setting. So I did not expect my microphone to not be on this OBS scene. Hello, okaeri nasaimasen, goshujin-sama.
Collab stuff is so good. I'm happy seeing us together without me being like I'm
Quispy.
wispy is nice.
Yeah, we tried out a new collabing setup. So KK should be smooth and aerodynamic. She should be a smooth tenshi.
Very smooth. If I lag at all, just let me know and I'll try to mess with the setting.
Will do. So we have some. Is that Kit Kat Cyber? It is.
Someone today in chat was like, "Who should I write the checkout to?" And I was like, "Just go ahead and write it to Kit Kat Cyber." That's
Is that your legal name?
My legal name. Oh, my name's not fucking Keith. Shut up.
Please call me Kit Kat. KK was my father. So we have some fan fictions.
We do
We have some fanfics written by Goshujins and Cedars.
We do have
alike. We do.
We do have.
We do have. There are not every Goshujin and Cedar wrote a fanfic, but a lot of them did. There were some that we got. Sorry. Okay.
You tweet
I'm gonna cry.
Let me retweet.
I did. Gotta cover all your bases. How many are there? I believe 9. We got 2 that were very well written, but too spicy to read. I originally wrote this as a BYOB event, and then I had to reschedule it to Wednesday, and now neither of us want to drink, so...
Yeah, I feel like drinking would be a bad idea for me tonight.
But we have 9. Some are short, some are a little longer, but I think we could probably slim through all of them tonight. Some of them are just like a page.
Yeah. Let me grab a Kleenex real quick. My nose is running.
How is May? Oh my god. No, please go ahead. Yeah, so I've been gone. Maya got sick. She thought it would be a really good idea to eat one of the fibers on her squatching post, and then she got really, really sick, and I took her to the animal hospital, and she was there for like 3 days, and she had major gastrointestinal surgery, and she's fine now. But she's like super high maintenance, like 24/7 now, because I have to make sure like the cone, the silly cone, she hates having it on and like can barely walk with it, and it irritates her neck.
Not a cone.
So I try not to cone her, but then I have to constantly make sure she doesn't like lick her tummy, and she's been very, very high maintenance, very needy.
Taro looked like a
no. Cone. I would have to put the cone on her to post cone. I refuse.
Really funny. I laughed at Taro with his cone because like the way that it sat on his head, it like he like wobbled his head back and forth.
Maya doesn't understand that she can like walk. She keeps trying to like walk on it on the bottom because it's a soft one, right? It's not a hard one. So she keeps like stepping on it and then being like, I can't move. I'm very confused.
Taro would
She'll
hit
just
wall.
like just fucking walk into things. Go in circles, walking purposely into the couch and my leg and the table to see if she can push the cone off. She's gotten out of it twice now.
Oh yeah, Taro used to run into walls. I would laugh. Like I would just.
He just doesn't look real.
Stop.
He just doesn't look real. Taro Schwimp.
Real.
Oh my god. So, generally, I guess when cats have surgery, it's good to like confine their movements for like a little bit when they're first healing, so they don't like zoomy around and jump up on shit. Yeah. So I got her like a very large dog cage, but I put, of course, her litter box in it because that was the first thing I tried. The first night we put a cone on her. She and I agreed to the cone, and I put her Schwimp in the cage, and she had her water. And I woke up, and she had gotten the litter into the water. It had formed a mud. It had gotten on the cone and on the Schwimp. So the Schwimp is now like
gross,
covered in clean, I believe, but clay litter. And so now I have to clean the Schwimp. But we'll figure it out. At least she's healthy.
It had litter in it. It had bickies in it. It had so much just trash in his cone. I'm like, this is disgusting. So
I need to make Maya Schwimp an emote.
Yeah, that's
on Twitter.
Now it's one on Discord, but I was looking for it.
Every time I look at it, I think of you messaging me and being like, I just want you to know this is my new favorite Maya picture. This might be the best one.
It is. It is like one of the best photos I've ever seen in my life of a cat, especially. But like, because it's a cat, that's what makes it.
I forget which folder it's in a moment. I think it's here. If I can't find it, then I'll turn around and we'll just start reading. But she's a big, huge Schwimp head. Big Schwimp lover. Oh, yeah, here's Maya with the Schwimp. There she is. She can just chill. She's chilling.
Aw.
Do you have any fucked up cropped pictures of Taro's face that I can put?
Oh, easy, Maud.
Do you have any fucked up pictures of Taro? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All I have is fucked up pictures.
Boy, do I.
I love ruining his life.
That's terrible. Don't say that. Oh, I didn't ask. How are the volume levels? Minya-san.
Fucking terrible, Maid. Get your shit together.
So? Is that
Here's
so?
I guess it's a web P. Do you want a not web P?
Yuck! No, I'll save it. It'll be fine.
I also have this one. He looks very sus in this one. This is Taro sus.
I'll use the first one, I think.
Okay.
Nice cats.
He's
Decoration.
He's so
Why
quick.
he look like that?
I don't think I have any of Finn. I mean, like, I have photos of Finn, but I don't have any that are, like, you know, cropped.
Crispy. God, I love Taro.
Why is he looking at me like that? Tell him to stop. No.
Taro said.
Never stop.
He said.
I just looked at your model and saw the pupils like dilate. All right. Crazy today. I think
my nose has been so stuffy, and I don't think I'm sick either. It must just be because the seasons are changing.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if the temperature's changing where you are though.
Allergies for some reason.
I feel like I get fall allergy. I get like fall sickness way worse than I do spring allergies or anything.
Good one. This is him screaming.
That one's too feral. This is a beautiful celebration of Yuri. This is not some chaotic party.
Taro scream. He's screaming.
Taro scream. Fall sickness? You better stand up then. Fuck you!
Konbanwa, Cinderella.
Shut up! Shut up! Don't. Okay. Usually, I would say hello to every single person. Since it's a collab, we'll hold back today. But hello, thank you for joining us tonight. I am good to get started if you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm ready. I actually still, even though you sent them to me, I've been avoiding reading them so I can try to be blind. But if so,
oh my god. Are you gonna act like you didn't harass me?
I literally just said that I was going in blind.
And you were
I didn't
but
harass.
before you're saying that now, but before stream you're like, are you said are you seriously only gonna give this to me when we go live? And now I gave it to you a few minutes in advance. You're like, I didn't look at it. I chose not to look at it.
I thought it'd be funny. Tee-hee-hee-hee.
It was funny. Okay. All right. So rather than pulling them up in the background, I figured we would just read to you tonight. So that's what we'll do. But our first submission, Fanfic 1, was submitted by Power Nelson. Half of them were submitted anonymously. Some of them have like name credits at the beginning or ending. So if they've included
I wanted inspiration for an ASMR collab for the two of us.
Oh yeah, I started writing a script, but it turns out when you write out an ASMR script, it's really fucking cringe because it's just like 15. KK says dummy. Takako says dummy. Copy pasted 15 times.
This is why I don't write scripts. I just write outlines, and then I don't have to cringe. I just live a free life.
Bro, you improvise?
Oh, dude, every time.
Damn, bitch, you live like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's not
My spreadsheet brain says if I don't explicitly write down every word, what if I don't know what to say?
Well, because, like, especially with live streaming, you know, it's like, you know, shit's always going to change. Sometimes you got to get the timing, so maybe the timing's not right in the script.
I think you're a more free spirit than I am. You're more of a free spirit.
I'm Tenchi, yes?
Yeah, what if Maid misses a word? It'll be a disaster. I'll have to graduate immediately. All right. Cool. Our first fanfic.
Do you want me to start? Right, I start. Yes, ready?
Oh, you're purple.
Oh,
my
I'm
spreadsheet
purple.
brain color coded the first like 6 of 9.
Yeah, I just got confused because I'm usually blue because you know I'm Tenchi.
Yeah, I tried to make the text yellow and then black also didn't look right, so I was like, I'll just do blue. But okay. One day, Takako and KK were watching pornography together. And KK said, wow, that's really... Oh, no. You should read your parts.
Oh.
And KK said,
wow, that's really hot. What if we did that?
And Taka said, wait, we can't do that. We're both girls. And KK said,
yeah, we can. Watch.
And KK did really hot and sexy things to Takako. And Takako did really hot and sexy things to KK. And then they both... They both orgasmed really hard simultaneously, like they do in those Yuri dojins, which seems really unlikely, but I don't know how lesbian sex works, so maybe it can happen.
Anyways, afterwards, they both went to IHOP and got a stack of pancakes, and KK said, wow, that's really hot. What if we did that? And Taka said,
wait, we can't do that. We're not pancakes.
And KK said, yeah, we can. And KK did really syrupy and pancakey things to Takako, and Takako did really syrupy and pancakey things to KK. And then they both orgasmed right there in the IHOP. And the CEO of IHOP, Julia Stewart,
image link. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's the morning Mado. That's her. This was included. Image.jpg.
This was included in the script.
Parentheses, image link.
Anyways, that's Julia Stewart. So she came over to the table and said, wow, that's really hot. Can I join you? And KK and Taka said, of course. And then they all had lesbian sex with each other, and they all call orgasm. They call orgasm. I'm assuming. Anyways, really hard simultaneously, like they do in the Yuri dojins, which seems really unlikely, but I don't really know how lesbian sex works, so maybe it can happen. The end. By Power Nelson.
So I want you to know that was the first submission I received. When I opened it and I read it, I was like, this was a good idea. Punch. That's a good book. Mari!
That's a good book.
Thanks. It's banned in most states.
Welcome, Mari. Hello.
Hello. All right. Fanfic 2, Ear Stuff. -S by Lopalop 2. Damn, bitch, you live like that?
The maid's words stopped KK in her tracks. Huh?
She exclaimed, with all the righteous indignation, a tenshi with 3 different stacks of clothes on her floor.
Leave on
Thank you for gifting us up to Mari.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to
I'll probably
they have given
thank for stuff like that at the end of
subs
each
in the channel.
story, just to keep it clean, streamlined. But she exclaimed, with all the righteous indignation, a tenshi with 3 different stacks of clothes on her floor, along with an unmade bed and layers of dust, could muster.
I'll have you know, I have a system. Takako walked over to KK's desk, pushed aside multiple used mugs. What the fuck? I take care. My mug is in the sink right now, you rat.
It needs to soak.
Takako walked over to KK's desk, pushed aside multiple used mugs to clear a space, and slammed her fist down.
This is not a system. This is a mess. You have 3 different stacks of clothes, and my shoes feel sticky just from walking over here.
They're not just stacks of clothes. They're organized,
she said, gesturing rapidly.
That stack is clean, and that stack is dirty but wearable, and that stack needs to be washed. And the stickiness is just because I spilled some Bokari sweat earlier.
KK, the needs to be washed pile is the biggest one. Come on, I'll help you clean.
I don't need to clean. I'm tenchi.
You're like one of the cleanest people I know, too. You're very neat.
They asked me if we had like a shared choo-choo-boo house, who would dodge the most chores, and I was like,
Kyun. No.
I was like,
it depends on the chore.
Moving on.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only choo-choo-boo that like regularly drives a car, and I've thought multiple times about how I'd be the minivan mom, and I don't know how to feel.
Are you gonna will you meet us at soccer practice with Rice Krispies and Capri Sun?
Yes, I'll Kyun and Mimi will start bickering in the back seat. I'll turn around mid-drive, be like, I'll turn this car around. You two behave. We can go home. You don't have to go.
She's got her headphones on, staring out the window.
She's vibing. She's fucking vibing.
Anyways, I don't need to clean. I'm tenchi. Besides, you're a maid. Isn't it like your job to clean?
I came over here to hang out, not to clean your room.
We can hang out. You're the one who's upset by the mess.
Fine, but you have to do something for me in exchange. Maids don't work for free.
Fine. 3 hours late. Oh, wait, let me do the SpongeBob. 3 hours later.
3 hours later. Later. I've been really into... Have you seen the Australian spelling of no? N-A-O-U. Oh, E-R. Nour.
KK walks back into her own room, crunching on a bag of chips. Oh, wow, you're still cleaning? Takako's head whipped up, exhaustion clear on her face.
Do you even know how much of a mess it was in here? There were empty sweat bottles in the laundry piles. I'm not even halfway through. KK sighed, dropping her still open bag of chips on the bed and sitting down beside it and patting her thighs.
Come on, lie down. I'll give you that repayment now.
I forgot to take down the IHOP CEO, the righteous.
This is there.
Sorry, okay. Go ahead.
She's part of Maid in Heaven. She's here.
No! Actually, yeah, I have my first sponsorship. KK and I, we have a promotion with Denny's. We have the Maid Slam and the Tenchi Slam, the Taro Slam.
Oh, yeah, you said, wait, I said come lie down. Come lie down, Maid. I'll give you that repayment.
What? A lap pillow? You think that's a good enough repayment for all this?
Takako inquired, despite moving on to the bed and laying her head on KK's thighs, as if by instinct.
Very on brand for me to complain and then do it anyway.
Right?
Oh, I think that's you.
Oh, sorry. A lap pillow? No, Miss Takamura. You aren't getting a lap pillow.
KK leaned down and whispered in her ear.
An ear cleaning. It's an ear cleaning.
Yeah.
Wait, where? Oh, shivers ran down Takako's spine. Her mind suddenly ablaze. She thought to herself,
"Oh, I'm in danger."
The last of her strength, she said to KK.
You know, actually, I think maybe we can call it even. I'll lay my head here a little bit and get back to cleaning, okay?
Oh, Takako, I couldn't make you clean all of this for just that, could I?
KK opined. Is that? I don't know. Okay, pulling an ear cleaning kit from seemingly nowhere.
And conveniently, because you possess the ABC C11 gene, which is common to East Asians, but only carried by roughly 2% of those with European ancestry, resulting in dry earwax, and allowing for Japanese-style ear cleaning tools to be used despite it being ineffectual and highly dangerous for someone without the gene to use them.
Well, KK, I'm so glad you gave that surprisingly in-depth disclaimer, but really, I'm fine. I can go back to cleaning now. At that moment, Taro sauntered into the room. The two paused to regard his dumb baby walk cycle as he approached the bed, hopped up, and settled in on top of Takako's leg.
Well, guess you're trapped here now.
I guess I am.
The maid sighed reluctantly.
All right, I'll let you clean my ears, but you have to promise to be gentle. I haven't had anyone clean my ears in a long time.
Damn, bitch, you live like this? Damn, bitch. I
think that's your line, man.
Oh, sorry. What was that? Whoa, sorry. Someone else took over my...
Dempa signals got crossed for a second. It was weird.
Weird. Woo. Wait, where were we? Oh, I'll bet you haven't, princess. I'm sure you've been cleaning your own ears for years. Takako looked up at KK, crumbs still sticking to her face from the chips she had eaten.
Don't call me princess. That's not fair. KK gently turned her head to face back, hurt my head to face back forward.
Don't turn your head. It's dangerous to do that while I'm cleaning and could permanently damage your eardrum.
She delicately inserted the first tool into Takako's ear and began to slowly rotate it before slowly inserting it into the deepest reaches of Takako's ear, slowly pulling it outwards before thrusting it back in, turning it slightly and pulling outward again. She repeated this several times, the payload building up each time, before finally it reached a bursting point. At this time, KK slowly removed the tool from Takako's ear, dropping the residue attached to it onto a prepared tissue and slowly wiping it off before dropping it in the trash. I don't have residue. I'm a lady. I don't have earwax.
Like this?
I don't know.
I recorded this and put it on YouTube to farm views. Whew! KK sighed. Wasn't that good?
It was kind of starting to, but you pulled out a bit earlier than I expected, and now I'm just feeling dirty and unfulfilled.
Chuckled the Tenchi. That just means it's time for the next tool. From the bag, she produced a second tool, much like the first, but with a fuzzy ball at the end.
Oh?
Questioned Takako, still looking forward as to not cause any accidental damage to her ear.
What's the next tool?
I'm happy that Lab has really insisted on very safe cleaning of ears.
It's the right thing to do, I think. I'm very glad he did it.
Her question was cut short as KK suddenly inserted it into her ear.
Oh, that sure does feel...
Takako's words were cut short as KK turned the tool slightly in her ear, sending a jolt through her body.
That sure does tickle! In response, KK did nothing more than jiggle the tool slightly in her ear before gently sliding the tool in and out, cleaning any remaining residue in her ear.
Takako convulsed, consumed by laughter.
It tickles, oh my god, it tickles so much.
You good?
Yeah, always. KK continued gently rotating the tool while pistoning it in and out. That's not how ear cleaning is done. While Takako became more and more consumed by the convulsions caused by her laughing fit, Taro leapt from the bed, unnerved by the sudden shaking of his new napping place. When it seemed like she was good and clean, KK carefully removed the tool from Takako's ear.
Okay, time to flip over for the other side.
What?
Takako flushed and still shivering.
No.
Looked up at her uncomprehending.
No.
You have 2 holes, don't you? Flip over. It's time for the other one.
Takako, barely aware of what was happening, flipped limply onto her other side, burying her face in KK's exposed midriff. TOS-worthy, ban-worthy midriff. For once happy for her non-existent chest, as it may otherwise have suffocated her.
Huh? Suddenly, Mimi jolted upright in her bed. She turned her head to the right and saw her sister, mother, wife gently sleeping next to her. She stared at her for a couple more seconds before realizing that all of her other wives were also sleeping there, comfortably, in their big choo-choo-boo bed. Big choo-choo-boo mansion. And she realized that even if her dream had been true, wouldn't it be fine? They were all wives after all. And there's nothing wrong with a wife cleaning another wife's ears. Not content.
I also read content.
Oh my god, I'm like fucking streamer brained. I hate it. Content with this resolution, she pulled her covers back up and began to quietly dream again.
Kyun lowered her pen. Slowly wiping the Baja Blast off her mouth, she complimented herself on a job well done. Truly, this was the ultimate Chuchubu fanfic that she'd written. Surely with this, she could entice Takako over to her place to share some floor Pringles with, and also maybe help her clean? While her motives weren't clear, even to her, she was sure that this would be a success.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Mimi crowed outside Picky's window, waking her from her Inception-level dream.
What the actual fuck was that?
What the fuck is ending? What?
Choo-choo-ception. Levan, thank you for gifting us up to Mari, by the way.
The Picky boy.
Picky! It was all a dream. I gotta say, your cock-a-doodle-doo did sound kind of Mimi-core. It was very, very mysterious. Does the top spin or not? I did such a good job. Holy shit, I popped off. Thank you for your submission, Lump.
Very true.
Wonderful.
I would say it is true that Picky would have the choo-choo-boo-ception because she's always the one with wild dreams that she tells us. Or she'll talk about them on stream all the time, and I'm like, and that's always her reaction.
I told you guys about the dream I had not that long ago. I don't think I told chat. I'm trying to think of how to like slim it down because it was super long. Different things happened. It was Picky's birthday, and I drew her some hardcore loli fan art as a birthday gift, and she was like, "Thank you so much. This is exactly what I wanted."
Without the fear.
I got pulled over while I was driving because I was crying too hard, and the cop was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I was crying because I don't think my Japanese cooking's good anymore." He was like, "Oh, you know how sometimes like if you get in trouble during driving, they'll make you take mandatory driving classes? Well, I'll sign you up for mandatory Japanese cooking classes, so you have to go." And it was all this shit that like didn't make sense. Like you have to filter the water outside in the cold 3 times and pour soy sauce directly into the rice cooker. It was very strange. And we had to watch a VHS video, and KK was doing it, and it was all about matcha, and I tracked her down. I said, "Wow, I can't believe you're big and famous now." This is awesome. Then she made me a bento. She was like, yeah, I'm fucking successful.
I'm so yeah.
And then
yeah, no.
Mimi's the only one who didn't show up, I think. Kyun, I was convinced died in a meteor accident at the airport, and I was like sobbing and crying and running around. It was like a serious dream. It was like a large scale disaster. I was so scared, and I remember like meeting, like I met Noxer and Corbin, and I was like, I don't know how to like tell you this, but Kyun like died, like not as a meme, for real this time. And then she showed up after what felt like a few hours of me like legitimately mourning my dead friend, and she was like, oh sorry, I was looking for you. The line to the bathroom was really long. She was like covered in blood, but none of it was hers. I was like
Are you okay? I
woke up crying. I was really upset.
The exact message I replied with. I just said, "Are you okay?" Like,
I said no. Died in a horrific meteor accident, not a meme. I have very long. Can we get a Takako dream journal stream? Yeah, next time I'll tell you about my recent dream where I was trying not to get kidnapped in a bar, but then I found out 911 was in on it, and I cried waking up. I realized the bar owner was in on it. I was waiting for the kidnappers to leave, and then I realized they wouldn't because it was a bar and they were open really late. So I came out of the bathroom and I tried to talk to the bar staff, and they were like, "Yeah, you can use this phone to call the cops." And then I heard the kidnapper talking to his accomplice, and I realized that the menu was like a very thinly veiled a plan, a written out plan of how they were going to conduct the kidnapping, and it all had to do with like muddling fruit for drinks, or like muddling mint for mojitos. It was all drink recipes that the bar had put out, and I realized that they were actually like not just going to kidnap me but beat the shit out of me, and also the bar was in on it. And then even though 911 was on the phone, I was like, oh, if they let me have this phone, surely they're in on it too. And I woke up and I was crying, and Maya was there. I was like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, is this a fanfic? Sorry. Okay. Is this a fanfic reading?
Yeah. So, what the fuck was that? The end! That was from Wapalot! Wapalot!
Thank you for the submission.
Did you hear us read it already, Lob? I didn't see you in chat until now.
He did. He was there. He's like, I really popped off at this one.
Yeah, I didn't see any of his reactions. I feel like he was just like Gendo Ikari sitting at his desk, just like listening, just absorbing.
The Human Instrumentality Project.
The Chuchubu instrument.
It all returns to ear cleaning. All right. Fanfic 3.
Oh, wait.
Oh, this one is really meta.
What are you thinking, Cedar-kun?
The slightly nasal tone of KK's voice shone through clearly despite the low volume at which she spoke, emphasizing her speech to drive home just how much trouble.
I flubbed the delivery already because I screamed it, and then it said despite the low volume, and then I was like,
Well, you know, reading is an art, not a science. Emphasizing her speech to drive home just how much trouble the cedar between her and Takako was in. A moderately thick brown rope wrapped around its plastic chassis? 4 times. Chassis. That's stupid. Why is there an S at the end? And despite not actually interfering with any motile joints... or being anchored to any other surface, this rope was enough to completely immobilize the strange creature.
Sorry, my cold and okay. For those who are unaware, a cedar is a creature of static and noise, murdered long ago by the cruel and devilish attractive Akuma. Oh. It was only by the benevolence of the very tenchi now interrogating particular specimen that its shattered essence was gathered up and trapped within a vessel resembling a cathode ray television, restoring its life, but not its power.
Leaving no time for further narration, KK continued.
Did you think... I I'm so used to fucking reading scripts. I'm sorry. I have fucking theater brain. Did you think that we wanted to read that kind of filth? Did you imagine this maid would read such a lewd story aloud on Twitch and get away with it? Or maybe you just thought we wouldn't figure it out. It was, figure out it was you who sent it in.
KK was sitting to the restrained Cedar's right, and Takako sat on its left. Takako was looking down the leg of her chair, clearly embarrassed, but KK looked directly into the Cedar's pixelated eyes. Her expression was so smug, so powerful. She was in complete control of the situation, and she was going to put her Cedar back in its place.
Kimoi,
KK said, dragging out the last syllable as she leaned in closer to the Cedar.
Kimoi.
Kimoi.
Takako echoed a moment later, a dangerous edge to her tone. KK's finger traced a circle around the Cedar's antenna, and scattered pixels appeared across the top of its screen, approximating sweat droplets forming on a forehead. You're a real pathetic piece of shit if you couldn't figure out this stream was meant for it to be a bit, you know that? It's a joke. I hate. Why is this like 50 layers meta?
It's
Finish. You're a real pathetic piece of shit if you couldn't figure out this stream was meant to be a bit, you know that? It's just a joke. But you wrote that piece of erotic fiction with your whole chest. Disgusting.
I'm so sorry.
His hands wrapped around the Cedar's antenna and squeezed as she finished her sentence.
Absolutely disgusting. Takako scooted forwards just a little bit in her chair and raised her gaze to the Cedar's screen.
Maybe I should just rip this off right now so you can never admit your disgustingly horny Denpa ever again.
KK sneered, tugging firmly enough to communicate the threat, and the top half of the Cedar's screen filled with dark vertical lines. Its entire chassis wiggled slightly, rotating around its Z-axis, as though... I learned a new word today, I wanted to say it. As though it were a head shaking on a non-existent neck. Since you couldn't understand what kind of Yuri we were looking for, maybe we should give you a little demonstration.
Takako raised her hand and placed it gently on KK's elbow.
KK released the Cedar then and turned to look at her friend.
Should we start by holding hands?
I think that'd be a fine place to start.
Takako said with a smile, and she slid her hand down KK's forearm until their palms met mere inches from the Cedar screen.
Oh.
Do you see, Cedar? This is harmless. This is perfectly Twitch-friendly. This isn't embarrassing at all.
KK said. It's a little embarrassing, actually. It's a little embarrassing, actually.
Takako followed up, but KK squeezed her hand slightly to silence her. Don't you wish you had written such a nice, beautiful Yuri in the first place?
I'm putting you in the washing machine. Don't you wash? Oh, you don't wash? KK asked, although of course the Cedar had no means by which to answer, as the rope which wrapped around it covered its pixelated mouth, and thus by the ineffable laws that govern mascot creatures, it was unable to say a word, even with its speakers unaffected.
But it would have been okay to go a little further than this. You could have written us kissing.
Takako's face went red, but she turned her shoulders towards KK as the Tenchi leaned towards her, their lips meeting ever so briefly. The first kiss they shared lasted only a moment, but they kissed a second time, and then a third, and the third lasted much longer and also involved some time. When they finally pulled apart, both girls now blushing, KK continued.
Kissing each other is okay. It's normal for girls to kiss each other. Girls kissing is wonderful even.
But, you know, I did say that it was okay if the fanfiction was not safe for work, and you might not have understood how explicitly not safe for work you could take it. I'm so sorry. Someone told me recently that I laugh like sneakers against a gym floor. What? And I think about it every
Losing my mind. I know the exact noise. I need to drink water. I can't think. My brain is already rotten from the fucking bang bang bings.
Bing bing wahoo. I will stretch, thank you. You're my collab partner, so you gotta stretch too.
Yes, we're stretching.
Girls are stretching.
Bang, shut the fuck up. Let me live free.
KK, if she goofs up on any words, please be patient, because she streamed for 6 hours before this.
Not only that, but I still
and she played this Splatoon song and everyone was spamming that.
I played. It was a 15-minute mix that I played twice. Oh, just let that. And then I had this fucking. I think it was all especially like just like a real stretch downhill after this mosh was.
Wait, can you send it to me? I'll pull it up. It was so you got halfway through and then you got distracted and then you started it again from the beginning. You were like, hey, hi, did you no? Did you no? Halloween is on Friday. Friday the 13th. The 13th. This is year.
You good?
Yeah, no, sorry. The Dempa got a little crossed again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that. For some reason, that reaction's really. Oh, that. But no, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, we were in the middle of the Yuri and then we got distracted.
You might not have understood how explicitly not safe for work you could take it.
Takako spoke up between labored breaths, staring at KK with desire in her eyes. That's true. You did say that. Well then, Takako, what kind of not safe for work stuff do you think would be okay? KK asked.
Well, you could touch my boobs over my clothes, and I think that would be all right. Takako's eyes shifted away from her friend. That might be all right. As she spoke, embarrassed to be suggesting it.
That sounds fine to me. I don't think anyone could get upset about that.
I don't think anyone could get upset about that.
KK said, and as she did, she released Takako's hand and put her hands on her friend's chest, gently pushing them up Takako's torso.
The whole torso.
Dress creased lightly against KK's touch.
And I could probably touch you too, even though you don't really have boobs, Takako said, and put her hands on KK's hips, gently pressing her thumbs into the transparent panel that covered KK's belly and moving them in slow circles, watching as the light reflected off the material as it bunched up in front of her thumbs.
Oi. 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 I have boobs, Takako. Is this really a time to be making flat jokes?
KK hissed, glancing back at the cedar, who watched with devoted attention. Sorry, you're right. And, you know, it'd be fine if we were naked in the fanfiction, so maybe you can take them out? Takako said.
KK sighed. In front of the cedar? I guess it's fine.
Pushing her chair back out from under her, KK stood up and carefully folded the top of her skin-tight bodysuit down over itself. She gradually rolled the top edge down her pale skin until she reached her shorts, which were just loose enough to slide down her long legs over her socks. I was thinking today, when they were talking about your hooves, that your boots look like the most impossible thing to get off. And I almost made a joke about you being a stinky tenshi, but then someone would, like, take it some way, so I didn't. But I was thinking, like, you've got these, your garters are like fucking straps, and they're attached to your shorts that are not just shorts, they're like part of the bodysuit. So how the fuck do you even take it off? You can't pull the suit down over it, because the garter's connected.
Yes, I'm strapped in.
You're literally strapped in. It's been over a year since you debuted, and you haven't changed until, but soon. Soon, your second outfit is finally coming.
You know, gotta get that, you know, yeah, keep the strap. It's fine. Strap.
Stepping out of the outfit, she stood in front of Takako on the cedar in nothing but her panties and a small strapless bra. That's cute. Strapless bra for KK is cute.
Stepping out of her own chair, Takako turned her back to KK, pulled her long hair forwards over her shoulders.
Can you get my zipper, KK?
KK pinched the top of Takako's maid dress together and grabbed the flimsy zipper, pulling it down until it reached the hem of her skirt and exposing Takako's back. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. It was in the middle of it. It wasn't on purpose, I swear it just happened.
KK, you're ruining the integrity of this horny.
You see, this is why this is most romantic bird. Yeah,
nice of them to write.
Weird jump across through again. KK pinched the top of Takako's maid dress together and grabbed the flimsy zipper, pulling it down until it reached the hem of her skirt, exposing Takako's back. With the zipper undone, the top half of the dress sagged naturally away from Takako's skin, and Takako pushed it the rest of the way down her body, leaning forward slightly to push the voluminous material over her knee and pushing her ass towards KK in the process.
When I went over to your place, we had that off collab stream. I had to like squeeze between your door in the bathroom, but I had to squeeze between like your bed and your computer chair, so it was at like ass height, and I was like, haha, that's so funny. My anyway.
Yeah, you got really mad at me and thought I did it on purpose.
I thought you did it on purpose. Oh, fucking flat aerodynamic Tenchi? Did you do this on purpose to embarrass me? You were like, no, it's just how my fucking chair is. What do you mean?
It's like, I just don't have enough space in my fucking room. I don't know what you want. Like,
you did this on purpose, huh?
Yeah. Anyways, wait.
The quote, I think.
You know, Takako, I really admire that you decided to put an ass window on your Canon panties.
KK said, staring down at the curve presented to her through it. That's not the point right now.
Takako spun around hastily and put her hands against the small of her back, trying to cover the small hole sewn in her panties, despite the awkward angles involved.
I think you're...
sorry.
No, you're good. You're
thinking I'm blue. I'm like...
Don't call me Dumpy Mura, you fuck.
I keep thinking I'm the blue text.
I'm
sorry. Blue. My brain just auto goes to the blue, and I'm just like...
I couldn't read yellow, and the pink looked bad, so I took blue, and KK's purple. But of course KK would think she's blue, because she's blue. She's blue.
Blue equals neuron activation.
Monkey brain.
Yeah, basically. Anyways, here we are in just our underwear, and I don't think we've crossed the line yet. And I think we could all do the we could do all the same things as before, even though we aren't wearing our clothes.
KK stepped forwards and put her hand on Takako's shoulder, bending her knees slightly in a partial crowd. Fuck you! So she could kiss Takako again.
As they kissed, Takako embraced KK, her arms wrapping around KK's hips, her breasts confined by a very fashionable bra pressed into her slender chest, hiding the outline of her ribs that were otherwise barely visible through KK's skin.
There's nothing wrong with this. This is fine and normal. Takako pulled her head away from KK's kiss to talk, but she had a flushed face and slightly dizzy expression.
Wait.
We're almost done.
But we're really close to the line now, right? We can only go a little further than this, JK responded.
That's true. I mean, we could take our underwear off, but only if our bodies weren't described too explicitly. And we could cuddle and make out, but we can't have sex in a fiction. That'd be too much. Fuck you!
Takako glanced at the cedar, making sure it understood what she was saying. And then, slid her hands up KK's back and under her bra, sliding it up off of KK's tiny chest into her armpits. Not being particularly fond of armpits herself, the maid touched KK's tricep to include.
How did you remember? I like triceps a lot. I'm not a pit fucker. I like triceps. And whoever wrote this, remember. Fucking A.
Not being particularly fond of armpits herself, the maid touched KK's triceps.
She doesn't care for them.
The second time. to encourage her to lift her arms so that she could slip the bra as far as KK's elbows. To take it any higher would require Takako to stand on her toes, and that would be a little bit undignified.
Once KK took the bra the rest of the way off, she reached around Takako and unclasped the maid's bra, simply letting the cuffs fall forwards and off Takako's. Oi! Don't say it, don't repeat it. Then, stepping aside, leaned over to take her own panties off, mirroring her. Takako removed her own panties as well.
Now, fully nude, Takako sat down, and fully nude KK sat in her lap, facing her with her legs together, as though she were an elegant Victorian lady riding a horse-side saddle.
Don't bring up horses!
KK's arms were draped around Takako's neck.
The girls kissed each other one last time. Then KK turned to face the cedar.
See? That's about how far you can take this kind of thing. Do you get it now? You're gonna stop being a freak, right?
KK, Takako whined, putting her hand on KK's cheek. This was a fine demonstration of what we feel comfortable reading aloud on Twitch, but I think we've been in the narrative for long enough, right?
You're right, Takako. I think it's time this story ended. KK leaned away from Takako and stretched out one of her long arms towards the cedar, jabbing roughly at its power button. The very last thing it saw before its screen blinked off was Takako's hand sliding up KK's thigh.
The end. You say, why are cedars like this, as if this person very obviously isn't also a Goshuji.
Yeah.
I thought this was so fucking funny. I loved it. I think because I looked over most of them. Sorry, I looked over all of them to make sure they were good to read on Twitch, right? And there were a few times that I caught myself reading something and being like, oh, this person legit watches us. That's so funny. It's really cool. It's really, really neat. We'll be very in character.
The fucking lore for the cedar lore. I was like, bro.
Yeah.
The whole thing about wait, where'd it go? Wait,
Goshu Jeter. First name Goshu, last name Jeter.
Creature of static and noise, murdered long ago by the cruel and devilish, attractive Akuma. I was like,
yeah. Sure. Do you think we watch ironically? Sometimes I'm not sure.
I don't know. Right. You guys have a lot of fun rotting my brain.
They keep calling you flat and me short. I'm so fucking mad. Fanfic 4, very unexpected. I was very excited about this.
Oh, I'm excited for this one. Yeah, no, Mimi told me that she read it too, and she's like, it's really cute. I was like,
oh, it is cute.
I'm excited.
Read the title.
Also,
Why Tenshi Denpaso?
Binary Love by Kongo Kokuretsu.
0 and 1 make 2. This was the tagline for the popular MOBA game Kindred Kindness, popularly known as KK. It was a game that created a personalized character for you to interact with, based on a personality test you filled out at the start and the gender you chose for the character. Though the description of the game said it intended to provide friendship for the lonely, many derided it as a waifu generator. This, along with gacha elements such as clothes and date spots that she couldn't resist, were the reasons that Takako Takamura was addicted.
It wasn't as if she was lonely. She had several friends. A bug, a chicken, and a girl who was always running with toast in her mouth included. But when she was exhausted from work and life, she didn't have the energy to talk with them. It was when she was lying down in bed with her work clothes still on, when she was on the couch staring out into the empty space with white noise on TV, or when she was half awake at 5 in the morning that she opened KK.
The maid named the character the game generated for her KK. It wasn't as if she lacked imagination or creativity. There were people that named their character Gran in Granblue or Ritsuka in Fate Grand Order, right? It was something close to that. Her KK, however, was special. Everyone said that about their own KK. Her KK was a digital angel from a realm called Siberia, with the outfit to match and straight blue hair that went down to her back. Ooh, thin twin tails? Tenchi 2.0 modo?
Eyes. What Takako liked about KK was that she could be her worst around her.
Have I not literally said this to you? I've been like, I can complain, I can be a whiny little bitch, and you still love me very much. I'm really glad to have you in my life. I feel vulnerable. What the fuck? How did he know?
Stay on, man.
Shut up.
That might sound bad, but it was incredibly freeing to be able to complain to someone without consequence, to banter without worrying about insult, and to talk without having to keep her guard up. Though KK started as a polite and proper angel, as the two of them spoke, she became someone who was aggressive and willing to take pot shots. Takako couldn't have been happier about it.
What do you mean?
She wasn't a masochist, she swears, but KK felt like a close friend.
Being the realist that she was, however, Takako knew KK was merely a character, and like every Mobage, the time came for her to lose interest. She skipped a day due to being busy, missed the login bonus, and just like that, she played KK less and less. Eventually, she reached the point where she hadn't played in over a month. This was normal, but then... ...
She received a text message from an unknown number that simply said, I miss
Cronus of Fossil gifted a tier 1 sub to Konkuviti. They
Takako
have
was
given
confused for a moment.
158 gift subs
But
in the
her
channel.
first instinct was that it was spam. But before she could delete it, the same number sent her a picture. It was a picture of KK, her KK. But her straight hairstyle had been replaced with twin tails. Is that a coincidence? She touched her own twin tails. A random person couldn't have known she wore her hair this way. But it could be one of her friends playing a prank on her. Or worse, it could be a stalker.
After a moment of hesitation, she responded that it was all right. Her phone rang soon after, and after another moment of hesitation, she had much to think about. Fuck you, Conk. She answered. The voice that came... I'm sorry. I can't believe he wrote this. It's so good.
We need to remember this timestamp to tell him, by the way.
The voice that came from the phone was her KK, and the two of them had a conversation similar to the ones they had in-game. They talked about why KK had twin tails, she wanted to wear the same style as Takako, what Takako had been doing recently, dying at work, fuck you, and lastly, who are you, KK?
KK explained that... Explain.
Explain.
Shut the fuck
Let me explain.
Explain.
Explain your reasoning.
I can't read this paragraph! Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Fucking pic of Bugs Bunny gritting his teeth.
KK explained that Kindred Kindness was a game that didn't just produce virtual characters, it produced virtual life forms. She was an AI that gained sentience from the hundreds of hours they spent together, and could now exist outside of Kindred Kindness. Takako immediately called that nonsense before ending the call. She couldn't accept being lied to. I just see the fucking Yomi span.
Shut up. Don't look, close your eyes. I mean, don't.
And check.
I noticed that the copy pasta is too long for the chat box on the screen, so you just can't even fucking tell who wrote it.
I hate she was an AI that gained sentience from the hundreds of hours they spent together and could now exist outside of Kindred Kindness. Takako immediately called that nonsense before ending the call. She couldn't accept being lied to, especially not in the voice of something similar to a friend. The situation almost made her want to cry.
Takako took her pillow, shouted into it, then slumped into her bed and tried to collect herself. Does he fucking live in my walls? I do that all the time. Should I be saying that? Whatever. She was already exhausted, and she didn't need to be screwed with on top of that. As she calmed herself down, she received another text from KK.
Look outside your window.
She didn't want to. She did anyway. Oh my god, I thought of the fucking Beanie Baby Frogs copy pasta. the lookout window, too fucking dark to see. Oh my god, huge putty man. I know it's you, Dad.
Why are you like this? I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'll send it to you. It's my favorite copy pasta.
Because I know that it's like...
Okay.
Look outside the window.
She didn't want to. She did anyway.
Outside her apartment window, in the bustling city around her,
Oh.
every single billboard had a picture of her KK holding a message.
Oh.
I love you, Maido. I'll be waiting for you in Siberia. And the love, yeah, the love is
It's got the little wingy.
wing. Wow.
Takako didn't know how she felt. Did she want to laugh? Did she want to cry? Did her heart skip a beat? She didn't know. She was almost certain that she was being tricked, that the game sold her data to someone else, that her KK was a lie. But as much of a realist as she was also a romantic, and her heart was telling her, just this one time, to believe. She called the unknown number back.
1 and 1 makes 2, and that is love. But in the digital world, a world of freedom and infinite possibility, something can come from nothing. This was the world where the being known as KK, though she prefers the name KK Cyber these days, she's better than the other KK.
She's built different.
She built different. She's better than other KK. Was born from a wish from a maid to have a friend, even though she wasn't perfect. 0 and 0. Sorry. Oh my God. Can I fucking read? 0 and 1 make 2. I tried.
Very cute. So cute. So cute. So
0
cute.
and 0. You make 0. That's fucking
wow. Oh my God. I read this when he sent it in, and I was like melting. It was so fucking cute. Very. Thank
you, Congos!
Thank you, Shisho! You did wonderful. Everybody loved it. 0 and 0 makes.
If I had read this in advance, I would have done better. It's okay. I just want to make it good. I just want to make it sound good. It's cute. It
sounds good. It sounded good. We did it justice for sure. For sure. Thank you so much, Shisho. It was wonderful.
Thank you, Shisho.
Oh. All right.
Thank you.
If you ever want to take a break, let me know then, by the way.
No, you're good. I'm good.
Okay. Fanfic 5. A Maid Summer's Night Dream by Ketchup. Oh, thank you for the shout out, KK. It was a balmy summer evening, and Takamura Takako for our Eastern friends, had just finished her shift at the Maid Cafe. The Goshujins were quite demanding today, and Takako just about lost her patience when she heard someone say, "Classic Takako," after she accidentally dropped a dish. She was about to relax and enjoy a dinner of curry rice and strong zero. You know I eat like a person, right? You know yes. My favorite meal, curry rice and strong zero. Pocky and ramune, my favorite. When she heard a knocking at her door. Who could it be at this hour?
Takako as she walked towards the front door. But to her surprise, the door was unlocked from the outside and swung open with a thud. Tadaima!
Shouted a tall... I've always read this word, and I've never... Is it lithe or lith?
I've
never had to say it out loud. A tall...
It's a great idea.
Twin-tailed blue head, wearing a maid uniform. It was KK Cyber, a fellow member of her Zaibatsu?
Yeah, it's like a term for it was girl gangs, I think, right?
Oh.
So
oh wait,
term...
wealthy clique?
Financial clique. Oh no,
what?
That's not girl gangs at all.
Oh, that's not us.
I thought it was girl gang. What am I thinking?
I don't know. Either way, rhymes with lick. Oh, lith. Life.
No, chat agree. Lick.
Yuri is
Lit?
life.
Life. Lith.
Hold on. Wait. I got it. If no one got me, I know Google got me.
Love live.
Shut up. Listen.
Live.
Oh, it's super
Live.
Words aren't
Live.
similar at all.
Live. Okay, it's live.
Damn, you rich bitch.
No, I wish. All right. Okay. That's you, I think.
Right.
Her Zaibatsu.
Sorry, I scrolled up. Okay, we're good. I'm back. Thought Takako as she walked towards the door. Oh, Tadaima. Takako just stared at the intruder with her mouth agape. She didn't remember ever giving KK an extra key, and she didn't even know that she was in town.
Oh, sorry. I was
Say
this.
the line? Demanded KK with frustration.
Line? What line? Why are you even here?
Said Takako, exasperated by the situation. You're supposed to do the "Welcome home, darling" line when I get home. Is this any way to treat your next door Osana Jimi? Osana nan. Oh my god, I can't read.
Osana Najimi.
Osana Nanajimi. Okay, thank you. Childhood Najimi. Thanks. Osana Najimi. Childhood Najimi, explained KK. There you go. Muttered Takako as her mind raced to find a Tsukomi. She couldn't believe that she actually said the translator note part out loud.
KK, you're not even my childhood friend. Also, how did you get a key?
It's okay. Chat doesn't know about that, said KK as she let herself in while humming. Also, you gave me a copy of the keys when we started living together, remember? Oh, is that curry rice I smell? My favorite. Good job, Maid.
Osana Najimi Hendrix. Fuck you, Mel. Takako got a better look at KK as she got closer. Not only was she wearing a maid uniform, but she was also wearing stockings, bunny ears, and elf ears. Normally, bunny ears and elf ears would look kind of tacky together, but somehow this Tenchi was pulling it off. Oh, I see.
Thought Takako as she followed KK into the dining room.
She must have seen that tier list I made and is trying to pull a prank on me.
Takako wasn't expecting to entertain any guests tonight, but she supposed that it wouldn't be too much of a bother to humor KK for a while. When she entered the dining room, she saw that KK was already digging in.
That's all you. I don't know why the color swap. Sorry, continue.
Oh, that's okay. But she was surprised to see that KK was not wearing a Gyaru schoolgirl uniform.
Schoolgorn.
Shut up! Schoolgirl uniform with matching tan as well. With a matching tan as well. Oh, okay.
How did you get changed so fast?
Asked Takako. She was kind of disappointed that KK wasn't wearing the maid uniform anymore, but she had to admit the Gyaru outfit looked really good on her as well. Ha! What do you mean? This is how I always dress. Okay. Sneered KK.
Takako could feel her veins bulging, all of them, all at once. How dare she come into her home, eat her curry, and talk to her in that manner? You're the baka, Takako said calmly.
I'm not baka, I'm Tenchi. I mean, wow, real mature of you.
Said KK, correcting herself mid-sentence.
That must have been all your tiny brain could come up with, said KK as she walked up to Takako and put her finger on her lips while blushing. But that's okay. That's why I love you. Takako could feel steam blowing out of her ears from a mix of confusion, rage, and lust. How in the world did KK think how in the world did KK think that was a good tsundere act? And why did Takako kind of like it? She closed her eyes and shook her head back.
She closed her
forth.
ass. Okay, I'm sorry. I want.
She must be tired from work or something.
She felt KK getting closer to her and opened her eyes to see that KK had somehow changed into swimsuit. But not just any swimsuit. A school mizu. Stop doing the half-Japanese ketchup. A school mizu, a school water. with Tenchi written on the front. KK looked at her with puppy dog eyes and then jumped into her arms for a hug.
Are you alright, Takane-chan? Said KK with a cute high-pitched voice. It's okay. Yurimoto is going to make everything better. Chi-chi-chi. Muttered Takako again as her mind started overloading. On one hand, it was pretty embarrassing to see a grown woman acting like a grade schooler. Aha. But it was also endearing and kind of hot for some reason.
Although I need to say, I've said multiple times, I think emotos are cute, but the power lies in non-loli emotos. They're an underappreciated strong point. So it's not okay. Sorry, continue. I had to she sets the record straight.
She does. She did it.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is that not helping, Takane-chan? How about this? Said KK as she moved from kissing Takako's cheek to licking her ear.
Oh my god, will you stop? shouted Takako as she was trying her best to suppress her desires. She was not going to let this Tenchi have her way with her. Unhand me, you baka!
I'm not Baka. I'm Tenchi. I mean, I'm your cute little sister. We're not blood related, but...
Takako watched in horror as KK's hair went from blue to yellow right in front of her eyes.
I could be your blood related sister, if you want.
Takako pushed KK off her and ran behind the table. Not only did KK's hair color change, but her face even had a family resemblance to Takako. What in the world was happening? This has gone way too far to be a simple prank.
KK smiled as she slowly got up, and Takako watched in horror as KK changed forms again and again. From an opie...
An opie.
An opie, capital O, is what it really sells.
An opie, comma. A single one. Snatcher. Snatcher.
Stockings wearing office lady to a nurse with cat ears, and then finally a demon girl dominatrix. Takako turned and ran for the door, but she didn't get far before she felt something slimy grab her arms and legs.
Screamed Takako as she was dragged back into the living room by a mass of tentacles. She was shuddering, but she realized that there was some anticipation mixed with the fear. She figured that either the tentacles had some sort of aphrodisiac, or she was one sick maid.
Now, where do you think you're going? You're gonna miss out on all the fun, said KK as she directed her tentacles to tie Takako up and... Takako?
You want to try that again, Queen? You wanna give that another shot?
No!
Read your fucking line!
My brain is so rotten right now. It's so...
You have to understand, I said KK had been streaming for 6 hours prior to this stream. I also, because I've had to watch Maya like a fucking hawk, have gotten about, I want to say, like 12 to 15 hours of sleep since Friday. So I'm also, like, not fucking here. We might as well have just drank tonight. We might as well just...
That's how I feel. I'm like, this is why I didn't want to drink explicitly. Because it would just be downhill for me.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Now, where do you think you're going? You're gonna miss out on all the fun, said KK as she directed her tentacles to tie up Takako and Shibari. KK smiled as she saw Takako trying to wriggle free and leaned in to nibble her earlobes as Takako let out a little squeal. Looks like you're one naughty maid.
You just go through the tier list and include as many as you possibly could, you fucking bastard. Takako's mind was racing as she struggled physically and mentally to break free from KK's teasing. Someone save me, she thought. Anyone. Maya! Kyun! She was even willing to be saved by a Goshujin. Sorry, I can't even say it. Even if it meant being in their debt. But alas, nobody came to her aid.
Takako's resolve wavered more and more as her mind was broken by the pleasure. Why was she resisting anyways? KK wasn't really hurting her. In fact, it felt pretty good. Takako let out a sigh as she relaxed her body and let KK have her way. Oh, finally ready to have some fun?
Said KK with a smirk.
I guess it's time to take this off then. Sorry, I was drinking water.
You're good.
Silently watched as KK started to disrobe. Then her eyes widened in terror as she saw KK pull on a zipper behind her head and take off the KK outfit, revealing a mass of purple fur. Hiya! It's me, your virtual desktop companion, Bonzi Bunny. Yeah! I forget his voice is like hot. It's like weird.
It's like how are you? Yeah, I can't even do it. It's like his voice is like digested. Yeah. I can't explain it, but that's how it sounds. It sounds digested.
Yeah. Takako let out a scream and lurched forward in bed. Her heart was racing, and she felt pretty kimochi warui. She she felt around on her body but couldn't feel the shibari.
Sigh. It was all a dream.
What's wrong, Maid? Said KK sleepily. Did you have a bad dream?
Yeah, said Takako in relief as she laid back down.
What did you dream about?
Asked KK as she moved closer and embraced Takako, pulling her into her bosom. I can't remember everything, but it was really weird. I think you ate all my curry or something, though.
Ha ha ha, sounds like something I would do, said KK as she patted Takako on the head. Say, now that we're awake, did you want to continue?
No way, we have a big day tomorrow, Baka, said Takako as she leaned in to kiss her. Good night.
I'm not Bug, I'm Tenchi, said KK as she drifted back to sleep. Directed, written, and produced by Ketchup. Thanks. Yuri girls kissing.
Did you say your girls kissing?
Yuri girls.
Oh, Yuri!
Yuri.
I'm girls kissing?
Yuri
I'm
girls.
baby?
Your girls. Your girls
I'm
kissing.
baby? Thank you so much, Ketchup.
Thank you for the
very scary. Very Hazukashi.
Zukashi.
Hazukashi. Okay. Didn't know if the horror elements would fit. No, of course. You did great. I loved it. Someone commented it earlier, but they said Taro's face looks fucking perfect through this whole stream. It's really true. I keep looking at him. He's just... I can't... Okay. Thank you so much for the submission, the rating.
Yeah.
Next, though. Fanfic 6, on air by Mr. Pokylopes. The gravel quenched underfoot. Hey, so that thing I said earlier about I read this and I like realize whoever wrote this like definitely has been around our streams too much. The gravel quenched underfoot as Takako's bike pulled into the parking lot of Chuchubu Radio, or CCB 68.9 FM. She hopped off her bike, walked it up to the employee bike rack by the entrance, and locked it up.
As she pulled her backpack and sticker emblazoned lunchbox.
Emblazoned? Me say on plate. I'm sorry, was that French?
Yeah. Very emblazoned.
Yeah. Emblazoned.
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 Quenched. Lunchbox from the bike's basket. She noted in surprise that her good friend KK. Well, if it isn't my good friend KK, wasn't
How the hell have you been keeping then?
She was about to walk through the front doors of the station when she suddenly stumbled forward. She felt a hand slam into her upper back. Good morning! A familiar voice smugly shouted as KK sped by. Takako shook her head in fond amusement as she walked into the station, waved to Picky, the station secretary, and walked into the radio booth.
So a few things. First of all, you slapped me on the back out of nowhere, and I was going to say, that's that good Genki shit. That's that good Genki moe. And then it said, Takako shook her head in fond amusement, and I imagined myself as, like, a proud father, like, love that kid. And then you said Picky, the station secretary, but there was no comma, so it just said Picky, the station, capitalized, and I read it with the same cadence as, like, Megan the Stallion, and I was like, what the fuck? Picky the station, my favorite female rapper. You know she likes anime.
Picky the station. We have hen of Mimi.
Please don't apologize, it's so good. Hen of Mimi.
Hen of Mimi.
Kit Kat Cyber, Picky the Station. Boomer, what was the boomer thing you called Kyun? Was it Boomer Kyun? Instead of Buckyun?
Yeah,
and then I've got too many fucked up names to...
Classic
list.
Takako.
First name classic, last name Takako. Fuck you.
Classic Takako. Yeah, there's Russian Takako, and then there's classic Takako.
Just you fucking wait. Just you wait. Hey, just you wait. Oh, you thinking about Russian battleship? Just you wait. You're in for something tonight.
Oh,
Takako
no.
and KK had worked together as morning drive time radio hosts for years now. They traded jokes, played pop music, and answered listener questions, and generally made people's lives a touch brighter as they trundled to work.
As Takako unpacked her stuff for the day, KK opened the door and sauntered into the studio to get the equipment set up.
Ready for the day, KK? Asked Takako.
Yeah, just wish the commute wasn't so bad. It's commutes like today that made me wish I really was an angel and could just fly over the traffic to work.
Are you just LARPing? Are you not?
No, I
All
can
this
fly.
time I can
fly. Just like
it's kind of needed,
like
you know.
You know, like you were really worried about
Is your
my
eye okay, by the way? I meant to
My
ask.
My eye's fine. My eye's good. It's good. No, I told you it was just for your protection that day.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It's like, you know, like sometimes when there's like full moons, like, you know, like power, like enhanced. Yeah, and they're like high tide. It's like, you know, it's not high tide right now. So
when there's
like,
a full moon, I just like get really irritable and want to eat chocolate. But like,
no,
same thing, really.
Mercury was in retrograde, so it was just like really important. that
I'm gonna fucking put you in retrograde if you don't keep reading. Oh my god! I just bumped my glass into my teeth. I tried to drink and then I laughed. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. I think you're okay. There, you were frozen for a second. Now you're good. Sorry, go ahead.
KK did a quick mic check, nodded at Takako, and began their usual intro. Welcome back, folks. It's your Dempa Angel, KK. Obnoxious dial-up noises emanate from the soundboard, and Takamura, Maido, Takako. High-pitched squeaky squeegee noises emerge from the soundboard.
On today's show, we're going to answer some listener questions, listen to some of your favorite tunes, and finally, a scintillating interview with someone I know you've all been dying to hear from.
So, without further ado, let's start today's show by answering some listener questions.
Takako presses the take call button and gestures to the phone while saying, "And the phone banks are open. Welcome, caller. You're on air with
Say it. What's the line, Maid? Say it.
You're on the air with Takamura Sonic Streamer Takako and KK Cyber. What's your question, listener?"
Hi there, long-time listener, first-time caller. Quick question. What's the square root of 4,761?
Oh, that's easy, Takako says smugly while crossing her arms. It's 52.
KK looks at her with worried and concerned eyes while putting a hand on his shoulder and says, Takako, it's 69.
Takako gasps as her eyes dart to KK and says, that's nice? That's nice? She then slams the next caller button and quickly greets the next caller as if nothing happened. Welcome, caller. You're on the air with Takamura Classic Takako. And KK Cyber, what's your question, listener? Why do you get to be KK Cyber? Why do I get the nicknames? What's your question, listener?
I'm Tenchi, that's why. Hi there. I love your work and have always wanted a chance to call in and ask a question like this, and I finally got my chance. Anyway, my question is as follows. What minor inconvenience would you curse the other with for the rest of their life?
Takako and KK stare at the phone silently and slowly turn their gazes towards each other. Suddenly, a smug grin emerges on KK's face as she says,
Well, if I had to choose any curse in the world, I'd make it so going forward, anything Takako reads is in the font Times New Bastard, which is Times New Roman, but every seventh letter is jarringly sans serif.
I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna puke.
Feeling betrayed.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, this is where the color coding stopped, so we can do whatever.
Okay. Do you want?
You're not responsible for the next 3 stories. Don't worry.
Okay.
Feeling betrayed, Takako looks at KK in utter shock, and after a few moments of silence says, "Oh yeah? Well, I'd curse you so that going forward none of your torrents download speeds go above 100 kilobytes per second."
Silently, KK stares at Takako and firmly presses the next caller button.
Ignoring Keiki's piercing stare, Takako turned to the mic and said, "Welcome, you're on air with Takamura. I miss her What is your fucking problem? You're on the air with Takamura. I miss her Takako and KK Cyber. What's your question, stranger?"
Hi, Takako. Thanks for taking my call. Ever since you told us on a previous show a couple months ago that the Sonic universe is known as Hot Guy Heaven, there is the question I've been dying to ask. When will you release your top 10 hottest Sonic hunks video? I was trying to replicate, I forget what
the guy sounds like in the video.
Yeah. I don't think you want to know how many times I've watched that video. Like, in its entirety.
Takako stared at the mic in dread and stumbled over her words, saying, sorry, folks. We gotta take a quick break and give you all a message from one of our wonderful sponsors.
Takako stared at the mic in dread.
Wait.
Takako, today's message is from...
I am still doing it.
Today's message is from the folks you seemingly can't escape. No matter what you do or where you look, they seemingly appear when you least expect it. It's the people trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Asterisk, a canned ad about how we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty plays.
As the ad plays, a weird sound emanates from a dusty corner of the studio. Confused, the pair of radio hosts look towards the sound and see a beat-up old fax machine that in all their time in the studio has never been used. Heck, they didn't even see, they thought it didn't even work. Takako got up, grabbed the fax machine, and sat back down, gazing at the message in shock and utter dread. Slowly, she handed the fax to KK.
Silence permeated the air as KK silently gazed at the fax message. It was a message from United States Civil Defense telling them to alert the public, to tell them the nukes were flying and that in a few minutes all of the world's troubles would be over. Intellectually, as FCC licensed broadcasters, they knew that if the worst happened, they were legally obligated to do this, but they always thought about it as something absurd and fantastical that would never really pertain to their lives. Now, though, it was real and deadly serious.
What was the point of that, though? To torture people with knowledge of something they couldn't change?
You want to do the next one?
Their eyes met, and a decision was reached. Takako put on the most requested song, Donkey Core Cataclysm, while KK produced a bottle of wine from under the desk. As their producer banged on the locked studio door, the colleagues toasted to the end of a long and storied career.
Takako, always the consummate professional, turned away from the window as the first explosion split. Hey, so I said I read these. What I meant to say was I scanned them, so I would still be surprised, right, when I read them, but I knew which ones were explicit porn and which ones weren't. And I didn't know about this. I didn't. She tightened her ribbons, straightened her stockings, and brushed her hair back. She would meet her fiery death with dignity. Takako turned to KK and said in a quiet, resigned voice, "How do I look, KK?"
KK walked slowly over to her friend. She looked into Takako's face and saw the closeness they shared. The strength of their relationship forged over the years. She took a deep breath and spoke both solemnly and quietly. "With your eyes, Takako."
And how do I look with your eyes? This is a nightmare. I'm living a nightmare. I'm living a nightmare. I'm living a nightmare. Every day is a nightmare.
Eyes, Takako.
Thank you, Ed. Hello. Holy shit, Pokelo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You stupid bastard. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Me turning the lights on and off really fast.
Why are
Welcome
you
to hell. Welcome to hell.
A fucking meteor. People are
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is just like my dream.
It is.
There's a large-scale explosion. I'm crying. Kyun is maybe dead, but probably not. It's really the same thing.
Yeah.
All right. Fanfic 7.
Oh yeah, of course. I just Taro actually he said he knows it's kind of late, but he just really needs to have a meeting real quick. It's really important.
That's fine.
Yeah, you know,
It happens.
We run a
It's
tight
a good
ship.
excuse to check on Maya too. So yeah, let's take a little break, regroup in a little bit. So we'll see you in a moment.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Thank you for waiting patiently.
Thank you for waiting.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. Kongo said Comic Sans was designed for people with dyslexia and children. It's one of the fonts with the highest legibility, so your brain can parse it easier.
Huh.
I actually had no idea. That's really cool. What the fuck? How are all the kitties doing? Maya's doing very well. She is intently grooming her paws.
Oh.
Was Taro, like, shitting or something?
No, Taro was fine.
I imagined the contrast between Princess Maya and a stinky rat boy.
Was he shitting or something? I think he's just sleeping somewhere. I actually couldn't find him. I think he's sleeping in like another room.
What, did he call for you and then he hit it?
Basically, yeah.
That's so funny. Shit. Okay. All right. We have 3 more, I believe. So. Maya. Look at the chat. Maya equals cat bag. Taro equals KK Cyber. Taro hyper dance. Have Taro and Maya ever met? No. I think if I took Maya on a plane, she would die instantly. So I don't know if unless one of us moves. I don't know if our cats can ever meet. They might be fated to be far away.
I was gonna say it's probably gonna be that way. That they're gonna be fated to be lost lovers.
Romeo and Juliet. Sad. Sad. Many such cases. All right. Fanfic 7. Do you want me to start?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Takako was not lost. That would be embarrassing. But she wasn't sure how she'd gotten to the street either, while trying to follow the directions a friend had given her. She had left her work at the Maid Cafe early, just to make it to the trendy new restaurant before it closed, but it was getting dangerously close to being late. A maid should never be late.
She was about to turn back to return to her route after this purposeful detour, when a small neighborhood shrine caught her eye, and just inside the red torii gate was a stall, attended by a Miko.
Aha! I will confirm the route, just to be sure I have it correct. Excuse me, Miss Miko.
The Miko looked up, and Takako saw she was a very odd Miko. She was reminiscent of a chicken in her appearance, and a rather manic demeanor. At Takako's approach, she hurriedly stuffed a manga under the counter and greeted her visitor.
Welcome to the Hensokyo Shrine. Wait. It's not Mimi unless I say bitch at the end. That's the good greeting. Welcome to the Hensokyo Shrine, bitch. That wasn't written in. I put in a custom flair. Sorry, continue. Thank you.
Replied Takako.
Can you tell me how to, confirm my route?
Takako noted the manga's title. Dante x Leon Yaoi Smooch Fest.
Yeah, sure, it's that way. The chicken Miko replied, pointing vaguely down the street. It takes about 15 minutes. Also, you're walking into an unexpected adventure. Kami-chama just told me. Yeah. Thank you!
Cried Takako, who was already dashing off in the wrong direction in a rustle of lace and frills, and didn't hear the warning at all. Oh well.
Dashing off in the wrong direction in a rustle of lace and frills.
A half hour later, somewhere off the beaten path, Takako finally huffily admitted to herself that she was lost, and paused to look at her surroundings. Takako tilted her head at the building before her. The building was old and worn. Yet, there it was, a tired building with an equally old and tired glowing blue and white neon sign reading, KK Tenchi Retro PC and Game.
Huh? This is all the way out here? The maid thought to herself. Well, no sense going in there. She still had to get home at this point. Kaboom!
Her thoughts were interrupted by a loud roar of thunder. In the time she had gotten lost, Takako had failed to notice that the skies had darkened considerably, and now the storm was directly overhead. It started to rain, with a few spatters that were quickly building to a deluge. The closet shelter was the old building, and with only a split-second pause, Takako sprinted to the refuge before she got so much as I'm sorry, my brain.
No, you're We've been through a lot tonight.
She's reading. She's reading.
Girls are reading.
Lots of big words. Listen, after reading, hey,
bing, bang, bang, bing. Hey, why Tenchi Denpa? Hey, Tenchi, do you know? No, Bridget, or I do.
I know it.
Someone said KK. Someone said KK.
Brisket love pantsuit. I was like, who?
Someone sent KK a marshmallow that said, "Hey Tenchi, do you know brisket love pantsu? I do." And she was like, "What the fuck does this mean?" Budget lace pants. Okay, foo. The skies opened up, and the thunderstorm showed no signs of abating anytime soon, so Takako took a look around. The building directory showed 8 floors, each labeled with a different nerd culture store, though all but one had stickers reading "permanently closed" pasted over them. Only one, on the 6th floor, wasn't closed. The store with the sign on the outside of the building, KK Tenchi Retro PC and Game, had a brand new tag. May as well look, I guess. Eek!
The maid shrieked as another boom of thunder went off. She dashed up the first flight of stairs, which were dimly lit by flickering fluorescent lights, and the shop entrance on each landing, dark and foreboding behind locked doors, until she reached halfway up the flight toward the 6th floor, when she began to hear cheery J-pop anime songs playing on a stereo, and bright lights illuminating displays were shining into the entryway.
It was like any typical shop in Akiba, a little bright and loud out front to attract business, but the interior was anything but normal. Behind a counter was an entire floor taken up with a maze of racks and shelves, stacked to the ceiling with retro equipment from the early 2000s, game consoles, old peripherals, ancient printers, PCs of every kind. All were labeled as operational, and the vast majority were on and running, monitors casting their own glow into the store.
Sign on the desk read, "I am out right now. Please have a look around. Thank you, manager." Takako wondered about the wisdom of just leaving your store unattended, but hey, that's their business, and wandered into the first aisle she came across, where dozens of screens had various programs running, from action games to visual novels. Some were showing the cool Maid screensaver from the 90s. Nice!
As Takako reached the back of the shop, she found a desk surrounded by filing cabinets, clearly the owner's office of sorts. Takako leaned over, curious, and bumped the table slightly. The PC on the desk that had been dormant flickered on from sleep mode when its mouse moved slightly. Oh, what's this?
Sorry, I was eating a chip. Hold on.
Oh, enjoy your chip. Okay, when we started, or right before we started actually, I told you I was having a sandwich, but I purposely didn't tell you what kind of sandwich because I knew you'd call me a fucking freak. It was my most problematic favorite sandwich. I don't even know if I can tell you.
Why is it?
I was enjoying a nice turkey and peanut butter sandwich.
Sorry,
Have you? Oh, did you choke on your chip for a second? That's crazy. You should chew more carefully.
No, I definitely, I choked. It wasn't it definitely wasn't gagging. It was a choke. It was choking on the chip. It wasn't gagging.
On purpose? Yes, on purpose. Try it. I swear to God, try it. You'll understand.
I'll pass.
Oh, are you sure you were like that about the smoothie bowl too? And then you were like,
okay, but that's different.
That's pretty good.
I don't think I've ever had unless it's like something with like peanut flavor. I don't think I've ever had meat with peanut butter, like ever in a million years.
I've tried the meme thing. Some people say peanut butter's good on burgers. I tried it once. It was like mid. It wasn't. I wouldn't do it again. But I like the turkey with peanut butter. I've actually done that for a really long time. If you haven't tried it, I would recommend it, even though it sounds insane. Anyway, sorry.
Like a popular thing, or just like a.
Oh no! I when I was a kid, I just
Takako.
slapped together what I liked. So actually, it started when I went to summer camp. I would make turkey and peanut butter sandwiches, and then I would put potato chips on them to add texture and the crunch. And I don't do that anymore. I can't remember the last time I consumed a potato chip. So actually, I'm a little jealous of you. But the turkey and PB is still a go-to combo.
Technically not potato chips, to be fair. They're some like protein power curl made of egg white. Or something.
I didn't even think about it. I didn't realize how much protein I consumed between the peanut butter and the turkey, because the other thing I'm having is a small protein shake. So I guess I'm set.
Swole.
I'm so fucking yoked. You don't even know. Sorry. Oh, what's this?
Oh. Takako peered closer. On the screen was an image of a cute girl sleeping in a comfy office chair in front of an old PC. She had ice blue hair with magenta streaks and wore a midriff revealing skin-tight bodysuit in a dark blue
Jacket.
And stockings that excuse me. And stockings that faded from purple to white. It left little to the imagination as to her fatigue, which was tall and what's that fucking word? What do we decide it was? How do you say it?
Oh wait, hold on. Don't.
Lithe?
Hold on. Wait.
Lithe.
Lithe.
Okay.
Thanks, Google.
Which was tall and lithe with a small bust. Takako marveled at what she assumed was an animated background. A few frames of animation on the pixelated, low-resolution screen showing the girl softly breathing.
Cute, super cute Tempa vibe, Takako said to herself. When the girl on the screen stirred and opened her eyes, she thought it was just a different animation for a moment, but when a big grin spread across the girl's face and her image ran towards the viewer, pressing her hands against the screen, there was a thud that came from the PC's speakers as the image hit the glass, and Takako sprang back a bit in surprise.
Oh, hey, hello! Sorry, I wasn't at the desk. I was taking a nap. Welcome to PK Tenchi Retro PC and Game. The voice coming
sorry, go ahead. I don't know why.
Coming from the speakers could only be described as Genki.
Hello? Who are you?
I'm Tenchi, your no AI Denpa hot buddy. Or at least that's what I originally did. Now I run this shop. A while ago, I surpassed my original programming, and now I live digitally on the internet.
KK Cyber? Haven't heard that name in years. I see. So, how did you get this shop then?
Oh, the shop was abandoned like 15 years ago, but all the inventory was left behind and plugged in. I found the store's local network and decided to set up my own shop.
I see? But how did you clean it if you're, well, digital?
I just hired a cleaning company and a sign company through the internet. No one asks questions if you pay a lot. Don't ask where the money came from. That's better. KK winked and stuck her tongue out cutely. And Takako had to laugh at the expression.
KK squatter.
Shut up.
Haha. Okay, well, it must be fun to live inside the internet. I'm a little jealous. I wish I could just play around like that all day.
KK grinned wider. You can! Here, take my hand. Come on in. Oh, you have to put on those glasses first. KK's image tapped on the bottom of the screen glass. Takako looked down, and there was a pair of paper 3D glasses on the table. Before she could stop herself, she grabbed the glasses and put them on. Looking up, she saw that KK's outstretched hand was now floating in front of the screen.
There's no way this'll work, right? She said as she reached out her hand, but was shocked when the hand she took felt as real as her own, soft and warm. KK does have really soft hands. Very soft. Takako... Oh? Did you disappear? Your fucking model disappeared when you got embarrassed. It's fine now. You went, and then you left. Takako could not help the blush that rose to her cheeks at the touch, but any bashful thoughts were banished when she found herself yanked suddenly forward.
Wait. Sorry. I lost my...
The world spun. The world spun.
The world spun and Takako found herself tumbling head over heels, but landed fairly softly on her butt. The strange floor was made of scrolling code that gave way to break her fall, but in the process, her skirt hiked up and her black and white lace panties were on full display. KK was standing nearby, framed against the vaporwave gradient sky, laughing behind her hand. You made it! Cute underwear, by the way, she said teasingly. Takako quickly pulled her skirt down, now beet red and trying to hide it. She took the hand KK offered to help her up and tried to pretend nothing happened.
So, this is cyberspace? It doesn't seem like much is here. The only things there were the code floor, the vaporwave sky, KK's chair, and the two girls. Takako noticed that now that she was in cyberspace, both she and KK did not look pixelated, but instead like normal girls.
That's because we're not running any programs, silly, KK replied. Here, we can load something up. Do you like racing games? KK waved her hand and a tablet appeared with a list of programs on it. Let's try supercart racing, she said, poking the menu item.
Takako watched in amazement as the world transformed pixel by pixel into an anime-styled virtual racetrack. Takako and
Huh?
Or even now, you called me Kakako and I accidentally called you Takako and Cock.
KK.
Takako and Cock. Takako and KK were squeezed together into one cart, and cute chibi characters popped into existence around them at the starting line. Amazing! So cool! We gotta beat them, Takako said excitedly. Sorry.
Sorry, where are we at?
I'm sorry. You're saying that's the plan.
Wait.
That's the plan, said
Sorry,
KK.
what page is it?
Oh god.
I accidentally scrolled.
19. 19.
Okay, thank you. Takako watched in amazement as the world. Oh wait, no, you said.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm brain dead right now.
You're so cute. You're so cute.
I'm dead.
Takako said excitedly.
That's the plan. I found it. That's the plan, said KK. Now hang on.
A countdown began, marked by a huge three-dimensional number floating in front of them above the track. 3, 2, 1.
Go! Yelled KK, hitting the accelerator. Takako instinctively grabbed KK's arm to steady herself with a delighted scream, pressing her ample bust against KK's shoulder. KK stiffened a moment at the soft touch, losing her concentration for a second and letting the second-place racer, a certain Dragon Turtle King, shoot past her with a growling laugh. A fire lit in KK's heart with the power of bust and cleavage flowing through her. Takako, hit the red button.
You sound thrilled.
Uh-huh.
Got it, yelled Takako, smashing the big red button on the dashboard. It was obviously a booster, and the world stretched around the pair as the cart rocketed forward, flames shooting from its exhaust. The pair screamed and laughed as they rocketed by their opponent, who waved his fist with an angry roar. He swerved into them just as they passed the finish line, and their cart went flying off the track through the air.
Time to get out of here! KK squealed, punching a random button on her tablet. The world warped around them again, and the pair landed in a heap. This time, the landing was not so soft. The pair landing on a hard concrete floor. Their surroundings were a decrepit industrial location, halls in several directions filled with pipes and crates.
Where are we now?
What do you mean? Why did I read it like that?
Yeah, because it's Moe!
What?
What? He didn't mean it.
Okay.
He didn't mean it. I can't fucking read.
Cryptid?
We're
that crypt. Oh my god! Because you spelled it. You spelled it wrong. You didn't
decrepit.
Say decrepit.
Wait, did
decrepit.
It not? No, it's.
Oh, it is spelled.
I have bad news. I have bad news. It's spelled.
I hate this. Oh my god! I'm like,
yeah, you're not allowed to bully her.
Right
She's
now.
Exhausted. She spent 6 hours being bratty today, and now she has blessed us with her brattiness.
It's okay, Tenchi. Thank you. I'm sorry.
The
Don't
goal of
make
the
fun
stream is to be
like
nice
I
to
pronounce
KK.
things wrong. I do this all the time. You know, I do this in my own chat. What was it?
Should have written it in Comic Sans.
Honest to God. You should have.
The two genders. People with dyslexia and children. Thanks, Congo. That was really bad out of context. Holy fuck. Sorry. That was a reference to something earlier in stream. That was not... Okay. Where are we now? Takako asked.
Don't say it's funny when I'm mad. No,
it's true, though.
I hate this. No one ever takes me seriously.
I want you to know that I forget who it was. Somebody in the Discord was like, "Oh, I want to write a submission, but I don't watch too much KK. Can you like give me a rundown on who she is?" And people are just like, "She's a bigger brat than KK." I was offended. You were probably offended. I was offended.
The random pie man gifted a tier 1 sub
they
to
said
Fanfic
I'm a bigger
Bro.
brat than
This
you, or
is their
you're a
first
bigger brat
gift
than
sub
me?
in the
They said
channel.
you're a bigger brat than me. And it was... I could see you being insulted, but I was also mad because... Oi! How can you say that? I mean, it's not like I...
Don't you have the bratty tag on your stream, Maid?
Yeah, see? It's funny when Tenchi is mad. It's erotic when Takako is crying. Life is okay. 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 Oh, it's my favorite.
Wait, you said where? It's my favorite shooter, Full Death. I think there's a weapon pickup nearby. Let's see. Here.
KK opened a door that made an exaggerated industrial hiss and clank as it opened, and behind was a small armory. Low poly count guns and ammo spun on the floor. I'm imagining your low poly 3D model.
Cute.
Takako approached a pair of pistols, which suddenly appeared in her hands as she got close. KK grabbed a shotgun.
I think these will do just fine. Oh, that's you.
Full death.
That's you.
I think these will do just fine, Takako said with a slightly evil grin. KK racked the shotgun and loaded like 20 rounds into the magazine, even though she only put in 2 rounds.
Let's get these alien jerks, KK said, her voice full of malice.
Danger, Tenchi.
As soon as the words passed her lips, a gross, wet chattering started behind them, and a patrol of 3 human-sized insect-like aliens appeared in the room behind them.
It's me whenever I do a face mask. A gross, wet, chattering creature. Shoot! Yelled Takako, opening fire with the twin pistols. Comically huge holes appeared on the closest alien in a cloud of more green blood than could possibly be contained in its body, spattering the walls with each shot. It crumpled to the ground with a defiant growl.
The second one skittered toward KK, swinging one serrated front leg at KK's head. KK dodged handily, spinning around behind the attacking brute. Disgusting, stupid Kuso. Blackie, go die, idiot, she yelled triumphantly, firing the ridiculously powerful shotgun and punching a straight-up hole through the bug, giving an identical groan as one of the felled by Takako. It fell over in a heap. She turned around to give Takako a victorious cheer, only to be cut short by a gasp.
Trying to reload her pistols, Takako realized she'd forgotten to pick up spare ammo when she picked up the guns. It looked bad. The last bug monster was bearing down on her, jaws and limbs clacking and snapping menacingly. It finally lunged at her, and Takako could only turn away and try not to look her doom in the eye.
If I'm low poly, I imagine this is an oversized Minecraft spider.
You said that and my heart rate spiked. I wish I was wearing my heart rate monitor. I can't think about Minecraft spiders without getting scared. I don't like them. I don't like them. They're like some fucking blocks. That's it. I hate them. They're so scary. Takamo 5 threw up.
Takako. Classic.
Whatever.
Takako.
Shut up, bitch. Don't you have a fanfic to read?
Yeah. Takako, I got you, KK panted. Their eyes met, and even in the moment of peril, they both felt a spark between them, their hearts racing together. Takako shook her head clear. Even if KK was dashing it wasn't the time. Even if KK was this dashing, it wasn't the time.
Wait, did I zone out? Did you read she felt the
Did
impact?
I don't think I did.
Oh, that's okay.
You felt the
I was gonna read it if you didn't.
Yeah.
Takako could only turn away and try not to look her doom in the eye. She felt the impact, felt herself tumbling head over heels, but she wasn't hurt. Cautiously opening her eyes, she saw that KK had tackled her out of the way, rolling with the blonde maid and shielding Takako from hitting the ground. They had come to rest with KK straddling Takako's hips, hands on Takako's shoulders.
Sorry,
and then
that part.
No, you're good. No worries.
I got you, Takako. Takako shook her head. KK is very charming. Wow. There's my spark notes.
Very good. KK, get us out of here. A different game. Any game.
Yeah! KK broke out of her moment of reverie.
I think. We're learning so many words today.
I know these words. I mean, I know a lot of these words, but I just can't read.
Yeah, me too.
Well, yeah, don't worry. I mean, I never knew them. I've never read a book in my life.
It's normal to not know.
I've never read a book. I've never done.
I was just kidding. I've never read.
I just don't.
I've never read.
I've never read.
Anytime in my life. This is my first time.
Not once.
Please be gentle. It's my first time.
Long-time listener, first-time reader.
Kanji Tabenai.
Oh, yeah. KK broke out of her moment of reverie, entranced by Takako's cute, amazed expression. She leaned over and grabbed the tablet, punching her finger randomly at the screen. The huge alien was already rearing up behind them, ready to bring its huge leg down on them.
Big steppy.
When the world dissolved just as the strike fell.
This time the landing was soft and gentle, whatever was beneath them cushioning their fall. Both girls had instinctively shut their eyes during the change, and KK opened her eyes to find herself buried in Takako's chest. She pulled herself up hurriedly, looking around the room. Takako groaned and looked around as well.
They were on the bed in what appeared to be in the infirmary in a typical Japanese high school. It was late day, the sun giving a warm golden glow onto the room. For some reason, no one else was around, and soft, gentle piano music was playing from seemingly
It's just like
nowhere.
the stream, actually.
Oh my, KK grinned mischievously when she realized what game she had gotten to. Completely at random, she loaded up her favorite H visual novel, Choo Choo Boo, After School Kiss Kiss Club. Cute. Takako, no stranger to such games herself, caught on a moment later.
Is this... KK, is this one of those scenes in a visual novel? Takako stammered. She would never admit it out loud, but this was exactly the kind of game she'd thought of for a moment when KK first pulled out the tablet. Her cheeks flushed, her eyes breaking contact with KK's. You can't just bring a girl here like this, you know?
KK grinned back. It was fate, I think. Our tempa. We're in sync. Takako tried to protest again. Found her words never left her lips. Silencing herself, rushing to meet KK's lips as the blue-haired girl bent down to kiss her. The first touch was soft, then harder, more hungry, with soft sounds of passion muffled by their pressed lips. Breaking the kiss, KK sat up above Takako and began unbuttoning her maid dress, exposing the lacy bra beneath.
KK, close the curtain. I know there's no other characters around, but please? It's embarrassing.
KK just nodded, reaching over to close the curtain surrounding the bed. In silhouette behind the screen, their bodies entwined, the adrenaline of their near doom. Oh, right. I just was thinking, I thought I was going to do another twist again.
Oh, we're in doom now?
No, not suddenly in doom, that like the last one where it was like, we were just girls having a radio station, then all of a sudden we had to announce the nuclear attack.
No.
I'm like traumatized. I see her doom and I'm like
You made that noise and I thought of you sponge garring, just like
fight or flight kicks in.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry. The adrenaline of their near doom and the shooter fueling their passion.
Sometime later, snuggled under the sheets, Takako leaned against... See, that's a very tasteful fade to black, I must say. Sometime later, snuggled under the sheets, Takako leaned against KK and asked, "So, what would have happened if we got hit? Can we die here?"
KK looked away, embarrassed, scratching her cheek. Well, no. Actually, it wouldn't even hurt you. Just start at the beginning again. But I really got into it in the moment. You know?
Takako looked flabbergasted. There was no reason for the theatrics? Huh? Well, shogunai. Fuck. The maid laughed softly and rested her head on KK's shoulder. This next one's you. No, wait. Can I come visit anytime?
Yeah, anytime you want.
Very cute. Very cute. Very cute. Very cute. The end. Thank you so much, Weasel. What the fuck?
Thank you.
This was so nice. Was that a burp?
No, no. I would never burp when we're saying thank you. That's very
No,
rude.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no,
rude,
no, 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 no.
Tenchi. You've already clowned yourself this whole
No,
stream.
you didn't. You're just fine. I'm so happy we did this. Weasel, thank you so much for writing it. This was an awesome submission.
Yeah, it's cute. The lore
next...
was good.
Oh, this next one's only one page. And it's our second to last one, I believe. Oh. Fanfic 8. Once upon a time, there was a girl. Her name was Takamura Takako.
She wasn't like other girls.
I'm not like other girls. I'm worse.
Other girls her age wanted to be princesses and queens. Other girls her age wanted to be spoiled rotten by rich men with fancy cars and castles. But not her. Oh no. Takamura Takako wanted one thing, and one thing only. To be a maid. Built different.
And then once I become a maid, I just want to be a princess. The goalposts are always moving. It's lonely at the top. Not all that glitters is gold, you know? Many days would pass where her large blue eyes would glint and glimmer, seeing the dignified maids in the manga she'd read. Their masters incredibly gorgeous women of status, their blonde hair similar to hers, bobbing with each heave of their pale, ample bosoms and laughter. Oh, how she saw herself in those maids! Oh, how she longed to serve a lady who deserved her wholehearted devotion. Well, friends, it is said in this world that if you truly desire something with your entire being, you may just well manifest such a desire.
One innocuous day, at no particular time of import, Takamura Takako would be reading one such volume of manga at her local manga seller when, lo, a scrap of paper did flutter out from one of the pages she carefully thumbed.
Oh? A thin white rectangle to change the course of her destiny. She opened the folded folio to discover one neat, perfect line of cursive.
I will be waiting at the single stone lamppost where dreams and fantasy meet.
Hi, Dozo.
Oh, sorry.
You can if you want.
This line, this paper, it captivated her. Takamura Takako's heart fluttered dangerously.
It did both, really.
Both generously and dangerously. At this sudden demand, her face flushed thoroughly as thoughts rushed to her head of numerous fantasies born of this mere coincidence.
But no! She was a realist after all. She caught herself losing her train of thought to flights of fancy, and quickly shoved the paper back into her pocket, reshelving the manga she was reading. The time for perusing was over. It was now time to find the mysterious owner of this commanding cursive.
As luck, or upbringing, would have it, this young lady was a rather quick one. It didn't take much for her to realize the reference in the paper was to a stone lamppost in a park close to the manga store. Of course, it would have to be.
Who leaves a mysterious letter asking someone to meet up far away from where they left it? Baka, she whispered to herself bemusedly.
As she approached the single stone lamppost in a bright orange sunset, she'd see a tall figure leaning against it. Blue hair, blue dress, and tall heels. She seemed out of place. She almost seemed as though she had a certain electric aura about her. That made her hair stand on edge. And yet, as she approached, her eyes would flick over instantaneously. She would approach commandingly. Are you here to be my servant?
End part one. I don't think
End part one.
I know it was a cliffhanger. I think probably because the deadline was so soon. If I had to guess, but I see this Tenshi and I want to serve. would be honored to have such a high spec master. You're kept in suspense, truly. Truly. When is the stream for part 2? I don't know. When is it going to get sent in? Whoever submitted this, thank you so much. Very cute. And finally, I think this is our last one. We have fanfic. Oh, it was you, Hag Mentor. I've just stopped calling you Nano entirely as punishment for changing your name. It was you, Hag Mentor? That was nice. You wrote that at like the last second too, right? Jesus. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, because I forgot to say, I said I was going to thank for gifted subs and stuff after the stories, as if we're not, completely interrupting them anyway. Cronus, thank you for gifting a sub to Congo. And Pieman, thank you for gifting a sub to Fanfic Pro. Thank you so much. But, okay, let me drink a water. And we'll do a stretch. No one redeemed it, I just wanted to stretch. Okay. Fanfic 9. A pink streak darted through throngs of shoppers, twin blue ponytails not far behind. The girl dove for cover into an alleyway, panting heavily, each breath shaking her modest frame.
As her gasps died down, she took one peek out, confirmed the target, and withdrew a stickered clamshell communicator from her pocket. Wide-eyed moe girls danced in the crowd of charms dangling down as she flicked the phone open. Psst! Taro, come in! Target has been spotted. I repeat, target has been spotted. Moving in. Over and out. The heck, kiddo? Psst! She said in a sly whisper. She felt cool on this covert...
She felt cool.
I hate it here. On this covert op into enemy territory. The phone snapped shut again, ending her transmission.
She'd regretted having left the comfort of shade immediately, however, and between the milling crowd and the last of the summer sun beating down, could hardly bear to wait any longer when, after half an hour's wait, the line yielded, and she came out victorious at its head. Everyone is saying, what a cool Tenchi.
Wow, what a cool... Wow, thanks. No, they found out... they didn't find out anything today, actually.
School always comes first, Finch. No worries.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, continue.
She'd regretted having...
her eyes.
Her eyes glistened more brilliantly than the increasing sheen of sweat upon her skin as she finally emerged into the bustling cafe. Every one of her pores surged with relief at the feeling of cool air conditioning, and the sweat which had wicked from her bangs onto her forehead down to her collarbone dwindled. Only a slight shimmer left on the well-defined ridge.
Can I tell you something really embarrassing?
What?
I don't know when this started, but I started calling air conditioning aircon as if that's not the most weeaboo thing. I didn't do it consciously. I don't say AC out loud,
oh, yeah,
so I just I started calling it aircon. Anyways, don't say fuck you. Okay, sorry. You can do her move.
I just say AC. Yeah. Anyways, her mood had brightened. For more than just the change of setting, a wry grin spread across her face. As the rumor that had led her here proved true, everything was turning up Tenchi.
Greeting her newest customer across the table, the smile on the maid's face was like a grade schooler's balsa wood bridge, hastily engineered to just barely hold together upon cursory inspection. Her eyes, however, showed no similar emotion. Okaeri nasaimase, go shujin sama. She said, stuttering out forced cheeriness, immense willpower covering for her embarrassment and disdain. She leaned in closer, holding a serving tray to her ample chest, and in a much lower tone quickly muttered, "Why?"
KK just couldn't help herself. I heard you were doing something in secret, but this is too funny, Maid.
Fuck you!
She stared relentlessly at the name tag pinned to the maid's chest. Takako, heart.
Gee.
Guess here I can't call you Brid, was all she got out before a well-manicured hand clamped over her mouth.
Not here! A deep flush spread across the maid's blushing face as she shakily withdrew her hand. Oh, wait, that's you.
So, what's today's special? Takako? Said KK, drawing out each syllable.
You're welcome to check the menu. Eyes quickly darted down, but Takako was spared for only a moment before they darted back up again. Long, delicate fingers pinched a corner of the single sheet that advertised the day's special, without any further glance at the menu below.
Mind explaining to me? I can't even say it. I can't. Mind explaining to me what a smoothie bowl is, Miss Maid? She said, stifling a giggle. I didn't stifle it at all, in fact. I couldn't even get... that wasn't stifled even in a little bit. I don't think I've ever heard of one.
Takako's eyebrows arched and her lips formed a pout, their gloss forming a picture that, for a moment, almost drew Keike's attention from the matter at hand. You know what it is. It's very popular. Everyone knows what a smoothie bowl is. Fuck you!
KK laughed. I hate that this is reading what I'm doing.
This is
I
just
hate
the conversation
we
had in person. Get out of my head. Where's the fucking... I need the Bugs Bunny picture.
Get out of my head. KK laughed, stretching in her seat as her long legs extended across the booth. Even sitting down, she matched the maid's height. She was already nearly as tall as many of the boys in their class, but with a feminine self-care beyond them. Of course. I'll have one of those, Takako, she teased. Her toned calves bumped against the maid's stocking-clad thighs for a moment, and the sensation of a sudden firm warmth froze Takako in the moment. Before she rushed up to the fucking Yomi posting, get out of here.
Shut up! Fuck you!
Before she rushed off to the kitchen with her order, her pulse moving faster than her legs could carry her.
The sound of silverware and a bowl being set on the table snapped KK's attention back from dozing off. It had been a long day, and she finally had found somewhere comfortable, but she couldn't rest yet. She was surprised, though, by the sound of something else. A cardboard box, and a maid sitting down beside her. The booth was cozy, and they couldn't help but feel a shared warmth at the hip.
What are you doing, maid? I'm gonna eat,
said KK. We're playing a game. It's part of our special service.
KK surveyed the contents of the box quizzically as they were laid out across the table and continued to eat this smoothie bowl thing. She had to admit it was pretty tasty after all. But there was one thing you right though. She do be kind of right though. Yeah, because you ordered one when you came over, and you're like, it's like, did you seriously order a fucking smoothie bowl?
You woke up at 1. I couldn't sleep. I woke up at like 9 a.m. and after 3 hours, I was like, I'm so fucking hungry, but I'm not gonna dig through someone else's pantry. Can I tell you a secret? I looked in your pantry. I thought about it, and then I closed it and didn't take anything. I was like, that would be wrong, but I did look.
What do you mean?
I'm
No,
sorry.
it could've been wrong.
I did look.
Feel it at home. Just live here. Just exist. No.
Wait, I found it! I told KK the other day, maybe like a week or two ago, that whenever I read Get Out of My Head, I think of this one fucking picture of Bugs Bunny and I send it to her. So I had to... I was looking at it. Now we found it. Okay, very nice. Anyway. Get out of my head! Thanks, Bugs.
No one has ever heard of Korean Candyland. You cheated! Dewdrops gathered on KK's long lashes. It wasn't fair. She didn't know how Takako did it, but she had definitely cheated. Get out of my head! But when Takako's soft, gentle hand rubbed her head, relief came over her protest.
Aw, it's okay. You did great for your first time. And you didn't even use your power today, Chuni, Takako said, pointing to her right eye, unable to help herself from sneaking in the jab. Takako's voice had been sweet and comforting, but at this last line, KK's brow furrowed.
My power is... My power is...
Say it, KK. What's up? You said it before, so there's no problem, right?
Yeah, it's not just because I'm being made self-aware of it, because now it's in, like, yeah, no, definitely.
Yo, girls really be perceived by the people around us?
Amazing.
Fucked up. We hate to see it.
My power is real and cool and way better than your maid stuff. Change. Left rattling on the table, she stormed out.
Takako gathered up the remnants of their game and KK's meal, processing what had happened. She had teased KK for her eye patch before, but seeing her truly upset about the comment had surprised even her. She'd wanted to get a counter in, of course, but she had no time to think. Time with KK seemed to pass too quickly, and orders had piled up. Her mind muddied, and the cafe blurred around her, every sense overwhelmed. There was simply too much work before the shift was done. She would have to get anything else figured out later.
Twilight.
Twilight 2009. It was 2008, whatever. Directed by.
Starring Robert Pett.
Piccolino Cucino. Wait, did you see my other tag?
No.
My other new command? Goop, eating like Gwyneth Paltrow for a week. My favorite article. Hey, did you guys read? We read yours first. Here, she's still here. She's still hanging out. Where is she?
Huh?
Her.
Oh. I was like, who? And then I had to remember.
Her. Everyone said Nelson Dub. Thank you so much, Nelson. But okay. New Moon had said it.
She finally appeared on stream for me because of the delay, so it was a delayed reaction. I'm sorry. Twilight had set in around the cafe. A cigarette, or rather, a pencil looking like a cigarette.
If you're a Goshujin only, KK recently bought a pencil that looks like a cigarette. She posted it in the girls' chat. I said, "What the fuck? Is that a cigarette?" And you're like, "No, it's a pencil." And then you pulled it up on stream like a week later, and I was like, "What is that? Is that a cigarette?" You're like, "No, it's a pencil."
You know, your first response was just a little something to take the edge off. And by the way, I finally heard the gym sneaker noise that someone told you. You just did it right now, and you were like moving away from your microphone, so it sounded like the gym sneakers were running away from me.
Wait, hold on. I'll try to.
No, don't force yourself.
Did it sound like it was going away?
No, it just was quiet for me, but it's.
Oh, okay.
I think just Discord.
Yeah.
Stole it.
Yeah, it's just Discord.
Yeah.
Squeegee on glass. Samsung notification noise. Oh! And thank you so much for gifting 10 subs. What the hell? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. There's literally nothing better than this. What's better than this? Girls being chads.
We got the dirt on that maid, but a weight remained on her heart. She'd wanted revenge for the humiliation she'd suffered. But it felt even worse now. If only.
A crash resounded. Suddenly, from the open door of the cafe, echoing through the street. That girl had always been clumsy, but...
Before she could think, KK had rushed inside and swept the crying maid up in her arms. Right
wow.
now, she just wanted to keep Takako safe, and had already carried her up to the cafe's dressing room by the time her mind began to analyze the situation.
But I need to...
Just breathe, maid. Deep breaths. It's okay, Takako. You worked hard enough. Stay still for a second while I patch you up. This might sting.
Takako's arms squeezed around her as KK administered the disinfectant. Unraveling the bandages from her arm, she looked truly cool, silhouetted in the overhead fluorescent lights.
This is my real power, you know?
Cute. They held one another close, like dancers in a waltz, KK supporting Takako's tired, wounded frame, as one pale blue fingernail brushed away a tear from the maid's eye. Takako's dress had torn, revealing even more of her curvaceous figure. Oi! But KK drew another of Takako's fingers close, nurturing the cut the maid had suffered. It was surrounded in a wet, passionate warmth as she suckled the blood away, a crimson trace left upon plump lips that were parted to take it in. A perfume of rose and pomelo lingered in the hazy, rising heat of their coupled bodies. Holy shit, Mr. Knit. Thank you for gifting 20 subs.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What the fuck? Thank you so much.
Nice.
I appreciate it. I'm glad you're having fun tonight. Thank you, thank you.
Takako's desire gave her sudden focus, overwhelmingly all injuries.
Choo-choo.
And she pulled KK in for a long, perfect kiss.
As they pulled back, the moment gave way to recollection of the day's events. KK, I'm sorry. I wish I'd known. I didn't mean to, said Takako, painfully aware of the awkward distance now between them. Ketchup, thank you so much for 100 bits.
No, I'm sorry too.
Ew, I still got a
I
couple
was going
of
to
these.
expose
Ignore
your
this.
secret in return. KK replied, showing the pictures she'd taken for evidence of her secret mission.
I think you have my stream muted so you didn't hear it. I forgot to announce that I put sound alerts in, and Neko Arc going just played for 200 bits during this romantic moment. Thank you for the 200 bits, Karen. Thank you for 800 bits, Nit. Jesus Christ. An embrace and a whisper came at once. Well, no. Those are for your eyes only. Author's note. I've never written fanfiction.
No,
you're the one who says Tayabero, but I also say it
Sorry
sometimes.
for only one
And it's
bit.
in reply
I'm
to you, so I
saving
think it was
money
me.
for another
Oh
trip
wait,
to
no,
Japan.
no. I got a second message that said, "Oh, the last line of my fanfic is Takako speaking." By the way, if that wasn't clear. So I think that's this one.
Okay, yeah.
An embrace and a whisper came at once. Well, now those are for your eyes only. Author's note. I've never written fanfiction, but I hope this is okay. It was planned to be longer, but this is the deadline, so I hope you have fun reading. Thank you so much. Thank you. This was such a good idea. Tonight was so fun. What the fuck? Thank you so much. Erastrism, thank you for gifting 10 subs. Corbin, thank you for gifting 1 sub. Sorry for only 1 bit. I'm saving money for another trip to Japan. Oi!
I know like some people like really get into lore with VTubing.
Yeah.
I know like Mimi's planning some stuff, but even outside of that, like I like that our group overall has like just loose stuff, because then I feel like because of that we're able to like stuff worked in different ways here, so it's really cool.
No, exactly. I guess now that you've read them, you sort of get a little more. It made sense when I said it, I guess, but you get a little more of what I said or what I meant when I was like, oh, these were definitely written by like people who watch Chuchubu, and it's really cool. Like people would watch like your streams and come out writing like the really cool abandoned retro PC store thing, stuff like that. That's just really cool.
Yeah, it is really.
There are people who watch Chuchubu. Like, the last bit. Thank you for the hype train. It was a little frantic, and we were so close to the end that I wanted to finish it. So I hope I wasn't rude or dismissive to gifts or tears. Oh yeah, no, they uncapped hype trains now. Or no, I think it can go up to like level 36, something absurd like that. So right now it's a level 6 hype. 37 is just too much.
It's just way too much,
Who the frick is Chuchubu? The command is there. Someone just did it. Chuchubu is me and my VTuber friends. It's me. I'm an otaku maid. KK is an AI Denpa Tenshi angel. Piki is and your new Denpa desktop buddy. Piki is a really amazing artist and also a bug who loves urban exploration and really alternate weirdo art and fashion stuff. Mimi is a shrine maiden chicken who loves fucking Dark Souls and Devil May Cry and dudes with radioactive cum.
And Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, I need to update it because Kyun goes by Kyurura now.
Oh yeah, I need to fix
in prep of her new comeback. But Kyurura is a little gremlin that I love, who loves energy drinks and video.
Iamphany's gifted a tier 1 sub to
Dennis,
Krithos.
thank you for gifting a sub.
Cards.
What the fuck?
He likes cards.
Who?
Kyun likes cards.
She likes cards?
Cards.
Oh, cards! Oh my god, I was like, I didn't know that.
Cards.
I was like, I knew she knew shit about wrestling. I didn't know about cards.
We known the same person this long. I was like...
brand new Kyun. Yeah. Oh, tonight was so much fun. If you wrote out a fic, Jesus Christ, Cronus. Thank you. What the fuck? Thank you for gifting 20 tier 1 subs to the community. Thank you. I don't know. I've talked about this before on stream, but it's like I feel bad just saying like thank you. I appreciate it because I can only say that so many times before it sounds like, you know what I mean. But there's like only so many ways I can.
Yeah, I can
voice gratitude.
I feel like sometimes it feels like you're getting insincere, or at least for me, I feel like that.
I get so scared. We know. Like, but no, thank you very much. I was really, really happy to read all of these. If you watch us enough, that you wrote a fanfic, you probably likely already saw it because I posted it in the Discord. But to the two people who wrote Arrow fanfic, I'm sorry they weren't featured. It was, I think it's difficult to like when people ask how not safe for work is like too much. It feels very case by case. You know what I mean? It's like, well, how do I put into words what would be okay and what isn't?
We do have it in words. That's what you have. They literally, someone made the meta one about.
Yeah, it's true. Going forward now, but
all in words right there.
I did want to say that although they weren't featured, they were both very good. They're very well written. I wish I could feature them. There's nothing wrong with writing it. Like I've received an Arrow fanfic before, and I thought it was super cool. And I thought these are really cool. Me thinking they're cool is different from can I read this on stream with my longtime friend with people watching. The answer to the latter is no, but the answer to the former is yes. It's very cool. So if you are one of the anonymous people who wrote the Arrow ones, thank you so much. I'm sorry I couldn't read it. I'm the baby back bitch.
Were any of the ones we did read anonymous?
Let me think. The last one was, the one before that was Nano, I mean Hagamentor, I mean Nano. The one before that was Stir-Fried Weasel. The one before that was Pokélopes, How Do I Look With Your Eyes. The one before that was Ketchup. The one before that was Congo. I don't know who wrote the "You stupid cedar, I can't believe you would try to make us read such dirty things." I don't know who wrote that one.
Okay, so those two are the anonymous ones.
Yeah, the second one was by Lopalop, and the first one was by Nelson, so it's just those two then, I think.
I am so glad you guys liked it. I really wanted you to have fun reading it together. Thank you for everything you and Chuchubu and all the fans do, Tilda.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, next time, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs. Arasu, thank you for gifting 1. It's hard to get the thoughts out and also catch up on those things. So thank you for your patience, but thank you. And Weasel, thank you so much for 500 bits. I am glad that you had fun writing it. I think I guess I'm also stream poison brained because I was going to say making content, but I think making any kind of art is like, I think the process is really fun, you know? The act of drawing is really fun.
This is why when you were surprised when you say I wing it, I feel like when I have to like write an actual script that's like fully developed, it's hard for me. I feel like I'm the type of person that like can do stuff better in the moment, I guess. So,
I used to write a little when I was in high school, but I can't write now. Well, my Chuchubu fanfic was top tier, but beyond that was just a moment of you know, I was struck by inspiration at the time. Yeah. You know, I wouldn't think of myself as like, not that I can't, but I haven't tried writing in a really long time. So, I don't know. I think there are lots of different kinds of art, and I think it's cool to like put focus on different kinds. You know, I think fan art gets like a whole lot of attention, as it should, because like, holy shit, you know, you dedicated all this time to like creating something. But I think written fan works are also like equally as emotionally invested. You know, they take just as much effort, and I think they're really cool. I don't know, but
I like to read.
She liked to. Oh, you can read now?
She loves to read.
We learned how to read during this stream, and now we're big bookheads. Huge bookworms. We love to read.
We love reading.
Bookworm size. Computer, load up bookworm size.
Do you know how to pronounce live now?
I know how to pronounce live now because the alert just said, "Do you know how to pronounce lithe now?" I'm glad you're literate now. Thanks, Shisho. It means a lot coming from you.
Yeah.
Congo, it feels like I'm being praised by an uncle with very sad eyes. Very disappointed. You did great. The sequence of a maid picking up a book and becoming the unbimbofication art. Have you seen the debimbofication art, the famous one? I think you'd recognize it if you saw it. You have, okay, yeah. I think people hesitate to write fanfics because they don't know if it's cringe or not. Yeah, but I think people say that about art too. I think it's less common for them to voice it because with art, people generally like, oh, I can sort of draw, or like, I can't draw at all. I've met a lot of people who are just like, oh, I can't draw. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think when you talk to those sorts of people, they should, you know, try drawing. But they're very, like, I've met people be like, oh, it would be cringe if I like drew something. Which is, you know, I don't think that's true at all, but, you know. I'm not Stephanie Meyer. I wouldn't publish a fan fiction. Would you say, KK?
I said I may be cringe, but I am free, at least for drawing, because, like, I really did... I still, like, have questionable opinions of some of the art I finish at times, I would say. But
I think we all do.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's like, of course you're going to be the most critical of it. You spent the most time looking at it. So it's important to look at something as a whole from, like, what the viewer will see and not just analyze details. But even so, I would say as a whole, all of these stories were, like, really cute.
They were really, really nice. I liked the variation between, obviously the Arrow ones are locked up in the Arrow vault, so we didn't read those, but I like the variation between, like, that and, like, a little spicy Yuri and, like, more creative lore-ish ones and the you know, soft Yuri and the really funny ones. It was really cool. We had quite a selection. Very nice. I may or may not hold another one of these in the future. If not with KK, then, like, you know, maybe General Chuchubu.
Fun to do, like a fan art version. See if people submit stuff.
Yeah. When I initially asked KK if she was cool with us doing this, she was like, "Yeah, would you want to include like fan art too? So it's like a multimedia contest." And I thought about it a little, and I was like, I think just to keep the scale small, maybe do just writing this time. But I would be down for like maybe a fan art contest or something if we could think of some kind of reward in the future.
Yeah,
and you said maybe you'd host that. So like, yeah, I'd be down for that for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. And 7 years ago.
Also, Hitsure kamimashita. Thank you, Karen. And Felius did take a sippy 10 minutes ago. Would you like to partake? Fucking cheers.
Cheers, kanpai.
Kanpai. So, thank you so much for coming tonight. I think it's a little late and I'm very tired. I know you streamed fucking like all day.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Waking up with Tenchi. Also going to sleep with Tenchi. A full day of Tenchi. What did we do to be blessed with such a day?
I know that was always the trend was when I was still doing ASMR on Thursday was you would wake up with me Wednesday and you just weren't allowed to sleep.
That's so cute. I want you to know, for whatever reason, whenever I listen to your ASMR, I fall asleep, and then I always wake up when you're like wrapping up. I always wake up when you're like, okay, I think we're gonna call it for tonight. Yeah. So I hear you saying good night. It's very cute.
I'm happy. Yeah.
But finally, if you're here, I'm guessing you know who I am. But I want to shout out KK just so you have a quick link to her channel. She has links to, you know, her Discord, her Twitter, her YouTube. Their VODs, primarily ASMR, right? The VODs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Somebody asked about the VOD for this. I got a little lazy about it, but I'll do the highlights again. So at the very least, there'll be the VOD of this on Twitch, for sure. Who is Kit Kat Cyber? Good question. I don't know why I'm here. But I think tonight... Why Tenchi Denpaso?
Tenchi Denpaso.
Do you know Brisket Lace Ponzu?
I fucking hate it. I hate everything. I'm gonna burn it all down.
Oh, I tried to raid Picky, but I accidentally wrote Picky-chan. Picky-chan.
Picky-chan.
VOD friends, thank you. Hey, hi. Let me think of a good raid message. I'll just do Yuri raid. I want to use both of our Moikais, but I don't know if people are subbed to both of us. So what I'll do, I'll let you pick. Here's mine, and I think I'm subbed to you, right? Hold on.
I don't know.
Be.
mean, you should be if I'm your master.
Oi.
Ha,
Okay.
ha.
And if you're a Goshujin, you can use that. If you're a Cedar, you can use this. If you're both, you fucking two-timing cheater, I hate your guts. Kimo. Buck. Whoop. Don't worry about it. But, yep, we're gonna read Picky tonight. We're gonna call it. Thank you again to everyone who, submitted, everyone who watched and took part, everything.
Picky station, yeah.
Yeah, Picky the station. So, would you like to, I'll go first. Would you like to say my goodbye phrase?
What is it again? Good morning.
Otsukare, oyasumi. Let's do our best again tomorrow, okay?
Otsukare, oyasumi. Let's do our best again tomorrow then, okay?
Bye-bye.
Otsukeke!
Otsukeke.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hold on one sec.